opportunities.
Three hot watery McDonald's.
For the best goal feeling.
Triple M Rock City.
It's what rugby league's all about. Shut up. The boys on Triple M.
It's a very good afternoon right across the Triple M network, right up and down the east coast of this great country through rugby league territory in Queensland, down into New South Wales on Triple M or via the Listener app. Triple M NRL Primetime, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. Well, we've got a regular here with us, Josh the Grub Reynolds. How are you, Grubby?
I'm great, mate. I'm very excited for two reasons.
Yes.
The mighty Bulldogs are starting their season today.
Yep.
But more importantly, I'll let you introduce him, but the guy that we are on air with today, he's one of the greats.
Rugby league royalty.
Absolute royalty, so I'm a bit nervous to be on air with him.
What time are they coming in?
Oh, it's the great blocker, Roach. Over 200 first-grade games from the Tigers to Warrington, 17 games for the great state of New South Wales. Mate, I've been trying to get you in here for 10 years. You're here.
Maroon.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good things happen for those who wait. Thank you very much, mate. Great to see you. And also, Joshy, one of my favourite all-time players, mate.
Yeah.
I was involved in the State of Origin when he was there. Everyone asked me every week what I actually did there, and I couldn't tell them. I was just hanging around.
Yeah.
I was the assistant of the assistant of the assistant. But I was still there, and they were great times when New South Wales turned it around on the back of Hodgson and also my great mate Joshy.
Yeah.
The halves there.
2014.
Yep, mate. It was a great effort.
I'll tell you what, you say you didn't do too much there, but you'd want to make me run through absolute brick walls.
Yeah.
And when I get pumped up like that, there's no stopping me. I'll do anything.
Yeah, and you'd have, mate, you've always got like a bag full of yarns, Blocker, so you would have been able to tell them a few yarns.
I've got a few, I've got a few. I'll tell you what about Josh Reynolds. I'd love a greyhound pup after him.
Yeah, right.
Hey, mate, what a chaser it'd be. I'd be chasing that bunny for days.
Yeah, he's chasing a quid. You want to see him chase a quid?
Oh, I love it.
He's all over.
He's being well versed. Well taught, don't worry.
He's come to the right place.
We got to go there, are we?
He's come to the right place.
Okay, Blocker, ask him how many shifts he's done this week, and it's only Saturday.
Yeah, but
by the way,
but mate, you know, you got to, and Block, you'd relate to this.
Get it out, mate.
I've been sitting on the bench for 3.5 months waiting for something to happen. I've been sitting on the bench, so I'm more like the greyhound out of box 8.
Well, it's great to be back on radio because last time I was on, I was with the continuous call team for 17 years. Right, I got the flick. I was off air for 1 year. Right. You know the first thing I said when I come back on air? That's the longest suspension that I've ever had. I was suspended for a year.
You had a couple.
Yeah. I had a couple of long ones, but not as long as a year.
Yeah, well, but you're sweet now. You got a great gig at Fox, and you're doing a bit of stuff here.
I love it, mate. Thank you.
Let me get down to the serious stuff as we do primetime for Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. We saw your Tigers last night. A lot of people are polishing them up. Yeah, they look a lot better. They're not going to finish last, but you're the heart and soul of the Tigers. You were for a long time. How do you see it?
Look, let me first say this. I'm only saying this because I care.
Yeah.
Now, I get hammered by supporters all the time of the West Tigers and say, you're not really following them and all that sort of stuff, right? I can't believe that a side can train all off-season and then come and miss 55 tackles in their first game at home. Now, I got to say, I got to start by this. The Tigers weren't great. I'll tell you what, Newcastle Knights weren't much better. I was excited. All the time for talk was over. I mean, the hype that the Tigers have got over the last couple of years at the start of the season to come out, the expectation is there from every fan. Even myself, I'm going, well, they've gone in the market. They've bought some good players, right? And all of a sudden, they dished that up last night. I've got to say, I left the car park there after the game at Campbelltown. I was a little bit disappointed with the performance. Tyrell May can hold his head up high, mate. Wow. What a signing! What a signing he's been. He was, mate. He just motored last night for the full 80 minutes. What got me too was when the Tigers, well, they lead at half time, as you know, and then the Newcastle Knights got back into the game. Now, two strike players. Bradman Best, although a couple of times he
made it hard.
He nearly crilled it a couple of times, but mate, his power running is unbelievable, and also Ponga just popping up everywhere and doing the job. At the end of the day, the two strike players got him home.
But that's the one thing I feel as well. In a game like that, it was a bit of a dour affair. It was first game, lots of knock-ons, but the attacks weren't great. I feel a strike weapon like a Bradman Best can win you a game. All you got to do is give him early ball.
Give him early ball, yep.
I just felt the Tigers didn't have anyone. that could sort of break the game open like that. So, yeah, look, the one thing I will say is when Appy comes back, I thought the Tigers were a bit, I think they're a bit sideways.
Yeah.
Whereas Appy goes nice and square and direct from the start. So that's going to straighten up Luai Galvin straight away. So, yeah, look, the Tigers, they look better, though, together, didn't they, Blocker? As a whole, I know they didn't win, and, Tigers fans wouldn't be completely happy.
Got cheered off at half-time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go.
That's a start.
Now, Josh, you played in the halves all your life, right? When I was watching the game last night, to me, Luai is a broken field runner. He's a runner. I don't know whether they've got it mixed up or I know it's only the first game.
Yeah.
But to me, last night, it looked like he was trying to run the whole show. I don't know if he's that type of player. I think, as I said, he's a broken field runner, and he's better concentrating on running the ball with opportunities. Some of his passing, the first try that they scored, the way that he held that pass up, it was brilliant, right? But I thought that his mindset, and I know it's only the first game, his mindset might have been, mate, I've got to come here to this club, and I'm the big money, I'm paid the big money, I've got to control everything. And I don't really know whether that's his go.
Yeah.
It's hard, because what happens is, right, on the market right now, and you know how hard it is to be a halfback. It's hard to find a halfback that's ready for first grade at a young age. It's so hard. So the next best thing is to find a 5'8" who is possibly keen to go into the halves. Luai's always said he was sick of living in Nathan's shadows.
Yeah.
So
I want to control, I want to run the team.
So I want to take a plunge and have a crack.
Yeah.
But 100%, his natural instinct is to run left foot, left. You could see it last night. We pulled him up on a couple of his plays at the end where he popped it over the top and no one knew what he was doing. But when you're a 5'8", that's okay because that's your role. But when you got to control the team, like Cogger did and kick to corners on fourth and third tackle, that's a halfback.
And once they got ahead, Cogger just took over, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He just closed the game out.
Well, I think, boys, in closing on the Tigers chat, they got the Dolphins next. No, they don't have the Dolphins, but Para next week.
And then Dolphins and Warriors.
They got a fairly, you made the point off air, it's a fairly, not a bad draw to get them underway, but I think, respectfully, we've probably got to gauge them when Appy comes back and the young fullback comes back as well. And they can only get better.
Absolutely. That spine is a great spine, but I just feel I couldn't agree more with your Block. Just little things like last night, his kicking game wasn't a halfback up to standing kicking game. He was doing pop guns. I know the win was bad, but sometimes as a halfback, when nothing's going right, you got to kick well. And if Luai's going to be the halfback week in, week out, he needs to do that.
Well, see, the other thing too, they're leading by 8 points to 0 at half time. They come back out, didn't have the ball a lot. But you talk about hemming teams on their own goal line, and the kicking game is exactly that. If you're leading 8-0, you got to try and hem them in the corners every possible way. A couple of the kicks, I've never been a kicker in my life, but I've watched enough football and I understand what sort of kick that you need. The kicks that he were putting up were the wrong sort of kick. There was no kick to the corner. You're right about the halfback for the opposition in the Newcastle Knights. He just hemmed them down. Nice little chip, always the correct, nice weight on it, always the correct kick.
Okay, good to have you on board with us, Steve Blocker Roach. Prime time for Ream Hot Water, built Aussie tough for Aussie conditions when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. What about Macca's? Surprise fries back at Macca's. 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes. And, of course, Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. Josh Reynolds, Steve Roach, Anthony Maroon. And the game is about 20 minutes away. It's the Doggies and the Dragons, the two old rivals, as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
Well, if you're snoring and waking up tired, it might be time to visit Australia's most trusted and affordable provider of sleep services. With over 20 locations nationwide, CPAP Direct offers expert advice, top CPAP brands and a 5% price beat guarantee for unbeatable value. Plus, take the first step towards better sleep with our in-home sleep studies, making diagnosis easy and convenient. Snore no more with CPAP Direct. Visit us in-store or online at cpap.com.au.
Sydney's Triple M breakfast.
Glenn Robbins.
I wanted a G.I. Joe when I was a kid, and when we went to get the G.I. Joe, there were no G.I. Joes left, and I got a Ken doll.
Was he at
least like a kind of army Ken doll?
No, just a straight Ken doll. And I got to say, when you're hanging out with your mates and you pull Ken out...
Thanks to Aussie Broadband. Aussie Broadband, the actual Aussie way.
Triple M breakfast.
Weekdays from 6 on 104.9 Triple M.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no!
Let Bottlemart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99. Or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottlemart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottlemart. It's more in store.
G'day, it's Woodsy here. This one's for the apprentice plumbers. How about a $3,000 grant from Ream to help kickstart your career? Ream has 20 grants available. Applications close April 27th, so get onto it. Apply now at ream.com.au/apprentice.
More than just racing, an experience like no other. Be part of the Penrith Carnival of Cups on Saturday, March 15th at Penrith Paceway. Elite racing, kids activities and a trackside music festival. Headlined by award-winning rockers Birds of Tokyo. With support from Sarah McLeod and Brett Lee's Sixth and Out. Get all fired up at the Penrith Carnival of Cups, March 15th. Tickets are free and are going fast. Secure yours now at carnivalofcups.com.au.
Right now, your Qantas Points Earning credit card is the ticket to here, there, and everywhere. So wherever the destination, get there sooner with up to 130,000 bonus Qantas points. Plus, for a limited time, first-time card holders can get an extra 20,000 points. But hurry, offer ends 31st of March. Visit qantas.com/cards. Cards are not offered or issued by Qantas. Minimum spend, retention, credit and eligibility criteria, T's and C's, fees and charges apply.
Don't miss the Saturday and Sunday Telegraph. On Saturday, be inspired by the Power 100 most influential women in sport, plus more incredible stories. And in Sunday's Body and Soul, supercharge your sleep. That's news to me. All in this weekend's papers.
Follow the yellow brick road to the Wizard of Oz as it comes to life at Warner Brothers Movie World. Be immersed in a world of wonder as you venture through themed precincts, journey through Kansas farmlands, and race your family on the dueling Kansas Toy Star, or brave the haunted forest and soar through the skies on the flight of the Wicked Witch. The Wizard of Oz, now open at Movie World.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
Welcome back. We've got a great game for you kicking off in about 17 minutes' time. It's the Doggies and the Dragons, two of the great old rivals from the 80s and 90s. And we do it for Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Josh Grubby Reynolds and Steve Blocker-Roach are your expert comments. And David Riccio will join us on the sideline too. So let's pull this game apart a little bit. The Doggies, firstly, Blocker. This year, do they go better? Do they stay the same? Do any deficits, any defects they had last year, do they still have? Or do you think they're a better side?
I think they're a better side. Look, right. the expectation is on them now to go better than what they did last year. Oh, look, I think they came out of the blocks last year, and I think they surprised everyone. What was it, second or third or whatever it was, defensively the whole season. Now, I do think back to a game that we did last year up in Brisbane. And what I liked about the Dogs last year is the way that they changed their style. I don't know, you guys will remember that game last year. They started to throw the ball around. They flogged the Brisbane Broncos on their home ground. Yeah. They played that well that day. Look, I'm a real big rap on Seraldo as a coach. Mate, any bloke that can turn a side, when you looked at their side last year, any bloke that can turn a side into and make them defensively, that's the first thing you got to do. Have a look at the last 100 premierships. The best defensive teams generally go well in the comp and generally win the competition. So he's done a great job there. You know the one that really stood out to me, and the great thing for me is the improvement on players. Now, Kickout was a magnificent player at the Penrith Panthers, right? But a lot of times he used to just hang on that left edge as a back rower and just hang around and explode onto the football. I watched him last year. This is why I think Ciraldo's a great coach. All of a sudden, we saw him doing all the grubby, dirty work in his own half. Now, I'm a big one for that, back rowers, when you're in your own half and you're working the ball off your own line, there's nothing harder in the game than doing that. And in my way of thinking, when you're playing footy, it's all hands on deck down there. You can't afford to be a back row and just hanging out there waiting for something to happen. And the great thing about that, about Kickout last year, I think he was the best back rower in the competition last year. Because he did all those little 1%ers, he got himself involved at the back end of the field. And you have a look at the kick chase, and I'll be interested to see if this is the same today or this evening. When the high ball went up, he was the first one down there. Now, that wasn't really his go at the Panthers, and that's why I think he's in for a big season this year. I like a lot of their players. Tupanua will make a big difference too, the back row from the Roosters. Great work rate player. If you had a look at the Dogs last year, you would think that they needed a couple of more big boppers, whether it be in the back row or in the front row. They've gone out in the marketplace and they've bought a bloke like Tupanua. Wonderful player at the Roosters. I reckon he's going to be a leader here. And, mate, I think the Dogs are going to go well.
Do you think they're top four?
I do.
Okay.
I think they're around that position. If they come in at sixth, I still think that they've had a great season. But the top four should be their goal. It's a different competition once that starts.
Robbie, what about the Dragons? 2023 they won 5 games. Last year they won 11 games. I don't think they get the credit they deserve for how much better they went last year. And they have a very experienced pack now, very experienced back row. We know they lost a big name. But where do you see the Dragons this year?
The first thing I'll say about the Dragons, and I think a guy that's just going to lift them up in every area, leadership, culture, and just competing, is Clint Gutherson. He was very, very underrated at Parramatta. I just think what happened with Parramatta was he was good week in, week out, that they didn't realise what he meant to that team and that club. So straight away, you can already see, I think he went to the first pre-season and won all the testing and whatnot. That is intent, and that is what leaders do. The one thing that I'm a little bit sceptical about for the Dragons is their spine. When I say that, I like their spine, but their halves, I'm not too sure who's going to be the 7, who's going to be the 6. For me, I think Flano and Ilias are both 7s. But from what I've seen in the trials, it looks like Ilias is going to take control, do a lot of the kicking, and Flano actually had some really nice sweep lines out the back and set up some nice tries against South in Mudgee. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think the Dragons this year, I look at their team list, I think they're going to be a gritty team, coached by Shane Flanagan. Always the way the Sharks used to play when they won the comp, bring you down to their level, don't care how you win, they'll win 8-6, 2-0, whatever it is. So we know they're going to be tough. I think they're going to have a lot of punch on their right edge with Jaden Sewer, Moses Sully, creating those quick playatables for him. And then in the trials, we've seen the likes of Clint Gutherson on that left edge with his right-to-left passes hitting his winger. So, look, it's going to be a great game tonight. I'm a little bit nervous with a few outs for the Dogs, but the Dragons are going to improve this year, Bob.
It's a gutsy thing from Parramatta to let I think he's been their best player over a long period of time in Gutherson. I don't know what they would have seen in it. I mean, all of a sudden they've let him go. I watched Gutho on the trials, and they reckon, as you said, Grub, he's won everything there in the pre-season. Always on the ball. He's an on-baller. A lot of those time, it's who's getting you the football. But like Gutherson won't change any way that he plays. I think the big danger here this afternoon for the Canterbury side is Sully. When Sully gets the ball close to the line, virtually unstoppable, mate. He's a 3-man tackle now, the way that he's strengthened. He's got himself fit. I'm really interested to see how he goes. But then, Valentine Holmes on that left-hand side, a genuine, not a goal kicker. He's a genuine try scorer. So if you look at the marketplace, and they've gone out in the marketplace, Saints, I think they've bought better than anyone else in the NRL.
Hey, Block, I've got a quick question for you. So for the Dogs this year, the big question is, can they do exactly what they done last year? Last year, I don't feel anyone really prepared for the Dogs. I think we surprised them all. It's very different when I feel you are the hunter. Last year, the Dogs hunted everyone, but this year, everyone's going to be ready for the Dogs. Do you think they can step up week in, week out, knowing that?
Yeah, I do. Look, I think they'll be better for it. What happens is you had a lot of those guys who were relatively inexperience in their pack. I'm talking about Jacob Preston and all that. Really good player. Those sort of guys get a sniff and they get a couple of seasons or a season and a half under their belt. They're going to be better. I watched him in the trial the other week. Some of his broken field running was outstanding. So, mate, I honestly think the Dogs will be better this year.
Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back. We'll ask the boys who wins this game today. It's NRL prime time. We've got two of the greats. We've got Grubby Reynolds and Blocker Roach, and very shortly David Riccio on the sideline as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up, the footy's on Triple M.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
Well, the sporty Mitsubishi Triton GLXR from 56,490 drive away. It's got the 2.4 litre bi-turbocharged power, 3.5-tonne towing capacity. It can tow confidently and safely. But what about this? Your rock-solid 10-year warranty and 10 years cap price servicing. I love that. 4 years roadside assistance. It's a bloody game changer. This one, nothing can frighten a Triton. Terms and conditions apply.
Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with listeners' lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. To sport shortly, but first, the danger is far from over. That's the warning for people in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales, despite former Cyclone Alfred being downgraded to a tropical low. There's already been torrential rain in some regions and up to 800 mils tipped in the next few days, with flash flooding the main concern. There's been 29 flood rescues across northern New South Wales, but the search has been called off for a 61-year-old man whose four-wheel drive was swept off a bridge near Dorrigo. We're just minutes away from getting set in Kogarah as the Dragons and Bulldogs lock horns in their opening round matchup. Canterbury winning both head-to-head contests last year by an average of 25 points. And 3 games on tonight in the A-League. Adelaide and Brisbane are already on the park in the City of Churches. Western United will take on the Wellington Phoenix shortly. It'll then be followed by Melbourne Victory facing the Central Coast Mariners at Amy Park.
Freedom's ultimate sofa sale is on now. Get 10 to 50% off all sofas, including floor stock clearance. Hurry, sale ends Monday. Only at Freedom.
25 degrees at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium in Sydney as we count down to the Dragons and Bulldogs as Triple M rocks footy.
Sydney's Triple M breakfast.
Nick Malloy. What do you miss about the Sydney?
Overpriced beers.
Overpriced beers.
I miss paying $25 for a schooner. It had dynamic pricing. Okay, mate, I just bought a round. It was like $32. Why is this one $42?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's like dynamic pricing. I go, what, like reverse happy hour?
Thanks to Aussie Broadband. Aussie Broadband, the actual Aussie way.
It's Triple M breakfast.
Weekdays from 6 on 104.9 Triple M.
You know what makes a busy day on the tools that little bit easier? Finding time for a cheeky Macca's run so you can try the new Biscoff range. Available for a limited time only. There's always time for a Macca's run.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no!
Let Bottle Mart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99. Or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottle Mart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottle Mart. It's more in store.
9 News is your news. Join the 9 News team for the stories that matter. Made in Sydney, for Sydney. For the full day's wrap-up, 9 News, nightly at 6.
I'm just saying, you know Petstock, the blue one?
Oh, I bloody love the blue one.
Well, you know, they've been around for 20 years.
What, that long? Gosh, they must know their stuff.
Oh, they do. And they've got everything you need for every type of pet. There's hundreds of pet stocks. They are everywhere.
Oh, yeah, there's a blue one just down the road from me.
Great.
Oh, we should go together with our dogs.
Maybe.
Just, you know, for the dogs to hang out, obviously.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's got to be Petstock, the blue one. I'm just saying.
Have you spotted a McDonald's drive-thru for your Macca's run yet? All you need to do is figure out if it's time for a new Brekkie McWrap or spicy chicken McWrap. Brekkie McWrap available till 10:30am. Chicken McWrap available after 10:30am.
Get the new
Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra
at Telstra
with the latest Galaxy AI.
Create,
have fun,
and feel smarter together
with Australia's best mobile network.
All right, thanks for dinner. I must be off then.
Wait, where are you off to in a hurry?
I got to arrange some stuff in the shed.
But you did that yesterday?
Flowers.
What?
Got to arrange some flowers in the shed.
That makes no sense.
All right, see ya.
Need an excuse to get into a Best shed? Well, with 20 years manufacturer's warranty on all their Australian-made sheds, you don't need an excuse. You just need to head to bestsheds.com.au.
No sheds like a Best shed.
Thinking about building? It's time to head to Homeworld, your go-to place for home building inspiration, information and ideas. Step inside a world of display homes, compare cutting-edge designs from leading builders, and get advice on every aspect of home building. Whether it's your first home, a spacious family home, a sleek duplex, or a custom design, you'll find design options to suit your needs. Find your new home when you visit Homeworld. Discover locations and details at homeworld.com.au.
So you're through the drive-through, back on the road, and your Macca's run is done. What glorious smell from that McDonald's paper bag is filling your ute right now, and the stresses of the day are long forgotten. Oh yeah, savor this moment. I'm loving it.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M.
Marine hot water and McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy.
And we are Cogra Oval. Looks like a great crowd too for the old derby, the Dogs and the Dragons. And kickoff's only about 4 minutes away as Triple M rocks the footy.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no!
Let Bottle Mart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99. Or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottle Mart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottle Mart. It's more in store.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M.
Marine hot water and McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy.
100 NRL games today for Kyle Flanagan, which is a fantastic achievement for the young fella. Let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane and bring in our man David Riccio.
Oh, good afternoon, boys. Welcome to a sensational Saturday in the suburbs. This is exactly what I live for. I love suburban rugby league. I don't care what anyone says. Take me out of the big stadiums. Get me back here inside Jubilee Oval. The fans are still pouring in. Probably about 3 to 4 minutes before scheduled kickoff, and it is just a sea of red and white and blue and white jerseys as I stare across to the Jubilee Oval Hill as the huge Red V Army unfurl their jersey across the majority of the hill. As I said, absolutely love this. I reckon it's the game of the round, guys. Cannot split the two. Yeah. We spoke about earlier in the pre-game as far as the recruits of the Dragons are concerned. Well, the Bulldogs, we know that they've been on a trajectory for the past 18 months. And a couple of key outs too. They've lost their big front rower, Sam Hughes, and Daniel Saluka Fafita gets his start in the front row for the Dogs. But we all know that all eyes are on the Dragons' spine and how quickly they come together.
Oh, Dave, what an intro. That's, mate, you've got me up and going, mate. I'm so excited about these two teams. If they're competitive, it's great for the game. The support of these two teams, it generates so much interest. You have a look at the crowd. Have a look at the way both sides are mixed in together here this afternoon. I can't wait for this game. I mean, it's a hard one to split. I'm glad you said this could be the match of the round. Mate, suburban grounds, two great rivals going at it. I can't wait.
Okay, Dave, we'll come back to you. All right, now, Grubby, I'm going to ask you who you think wins. You're going to say the Dogs. By how many and why?
I think it's going to be a very close game, boys. 1 or 2 points in it. The one thing that I think the Dogs will hope for is it to be a bit drier. I think if it's a little bit of wet weather footy, the Dragons might bring it down to their level. But look, either way, as you said, Block, it is Cogra Oval, probably two of the most passionate fan bases in the game, just ready to go to war, and I just can't wait. I know it means a lot to the Doggies fans, but also the Dragons fans. So Doggies by 1, Maroon. What about you, Block?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close one. I'm just going to go with the home side. Both sides a little bit rusty to start the season. The St George Illawarra side for mine.
Okay, Dragons are out on the field. As I said, game 100 for Kyle Flanagan. Gutherson, Fionney, Christian Tuapolotu, Sully and Holmes in the setters. Flanagan and Ilias are the halves. Toby Couchman and The Turkish cowboy, Omre Gula, up front with Damien Cook, then Leilua Sewer and DeBellin. And, of course, they're coached by Premiership-winning coach in Shane Flanagan. Now the Dogs, Connor Tracy, Blake Wilson, Marcelo Montoya back in the blue and white after 4 years with the Warriors, Bronson Cherry and Steve Crichton, then Matty Burton and Toby the Sex Bomb Sexton in the halves, Max King and David Saluka Fafita up front with Reid Marnie, and then Kick-Out Preston. Salmon will start. Kurt Mann goes back to the bench. They are coached by Cameron Serraldo. Cogra Jubilee Oval, as they call it now, Netstrata Jubilee, one of the home grounds for the Big Red V. We all remember going there as a kid and watching the Dragons play in the old Jubilee Oval. And there's one of the Mark Coyne giving the game ball to Damien Cook, I think it was. We're about to get underway. This is going to be a great game. I would not be at all surprised to see an upset here, Grubby.
Absolutely, and you know one guy that we haven't mentioned, boys, and he's going to be big. I spoke about the left edge of the Dragons, Luciano Leilua. He's like having another ball player on the field. So look for either Flanagan or Ilias to give him some early ball, cause some havoc. He can play nice and deep and square into the line to open up some chances for Gutherson out the back.
And what about their best player last year on the other side, Jaden Sewer? So I'm looking forward to Sewer, tackle buster, state of origin player. They're well versed on both sides of the field.
Okay, expert comments for Seabus Super. We get underway. Flanagan takes the ball from the kickoff, and off we go. There he is. The Turkish cowboy, Omre Gula, is tackled. Did he knock that on? He did. He knocked that on. On tackle one, and the Doggies fans come in and high-five each other. What a start, Grubby, for your Doggies.
Oh, what a start. Saluka Fafita gets called in late for Husey, and what a shot. That is what you want from your front rowers. I've got one of the best front rowers right next to me. What do you think of that one, Block?
Oh, it's beautiful just to start the game. Energy. They've had the whole off-season all pepped up. And what a start here from the Bulldogs. Fafita comes into the side. That is a crunching tackle. How'd you like to run the ball from the back fence?
Referee is Todd Smith. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the ball is with Marnie. Right side it goes to Critter Crichton, and they're inside the Westpac red zone. Already the blue team. 5 metres out on tackle one. 1 minute gone. Getting up to play it back, and Wilson's a dummy half for the Bulldogs. Then it comes back to Sexton, and Sexton gets the pass away. Here he is again, Saluka Fafita, 10 metres out from the Dragons line. And they tackle. Marnie and Salmon, and then Sexton, and then kick out, comes back up the middle. And he's brought down. Now maybe he knocked it on, I think kick out's knocked that on. Oh, blocker. They can't finish a set.
Well, that's his big play too. Back on the inside kick out. But what about the tackle from Damien Cook, the co-captain of the Dragons? He's a big man, one-on-one. Gula over the top. Look at that. Loses on the way down. They're going to see a few errors early in the game here. First game of the season. Everyone's pumped up.
Now, while we've got a chance, down to you for Bob Jane T-Marts. David Riccio, is it greasy, the surface?
Maroon, it's actually in perfect conditions. I know there was a spot of rain around Sydney, and certainly the southern suburbs of Sydney down here at Cogra early this morning, but it's absolutely pure. And to Grubby's point, he will get that game that he's looking for because the surface and playing conditions, it's like a bowling green, and certainly touching it, there's no moisture to speak of.
Bob Jane T-Marts, I better get in there. I need new rubber on the beast. Here's Jaden Sewer, played back to Damien Cook. Pass has gone nowhere. Picked up, and they'll play it now about 15 their own side of the halfway line. 0-0 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Gutherson a dummy half this time, and one of the Couchman boys is now 10 metres, 11 metres make that his own side of the halfway line. Gets up and plays it back, then it comes across now for Lachlan Ilias. From inside his 40, he puts a kick downtown. That's taken beautifully by the ever-reliable Connor Tracy, and he charges back, away from one, away from two. And pull down 15 his own side of the halfway line, 3 gone, 0-all. In a dummy half, it's Matty Burton, gets the pass away to Marcelo Montoya, and as we mentioned, 4 seasons in the Warriors, and he's back to his home team, if you like. Now, here they are, the Dogs, just over the halfway line. Wilson will play it back to Sexton, and then it goes to Saluka Fafita. Cook's got him, and so too Luciano Leilua. And they are on tackle 5 now, the Doggies, just inside Dragons territory. Jamin Salmon Fifth tackle now, in fact. 3.5 minutes gone in the game. A dummy half, Marnie. Left side, Burton will put this one up from 28 out. Pressures on, up they go. Fionney takes it beautifully blocked. No change, 0-all.
Yeah, it was a good set there by the Doggies. Just settled down a little bit. All started by Connor Tracy at the back there, the fullback. Very underrated. Good speed, good footwork. Got that set off to a great start.
Got a good game. I mean, I know there's been a couple of errors, but it's just got that feeling about it, Grubby.
It absolutely does. And we speak about energy and intent to start games. Both these teams have not dipped the toe in. That's what every coach will be saying. Do not dip the toe in. And we've got an absolutely outstanding start from both teams.
Emre Gula is tackled. Now Damien Cook gets into dummy half. 23 metres his own side of the halfway line. Gets the pass away to DeBellin, and DeBellin's brought down in a good tackle there by Saluka Fafita. It's tackle 5 already. It's Cook, it's Ilias, and again from inside the 40. Up she goes, nice and deep, taken on the full again by that man Connor Tracy, who comes charging back and eventually brought down by Jaden Sewer. Burton's in a dummy half for the Doggies. Gets the pass away then on to Marcelo Montoya. And at the play the ball, we'll see it go from Burton to Bronson Cherry, who was exceptional last year with the help of Billy Kickow. Burton, then King, and then King taken by Luciano Leilua. 5 gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. It's 0-all, Dogs and Dragons. And now Jamin Salmon straight into DeBellin. And that'll be tackle 5 with the ball coming across for Burton. And up it goes from 30 out. Down she comes. Batted back. Still alive. Kick out. Not 6 again. Burton says, I'll have another kick. This time, not as effective. And Gutherson is there, Grubby, to take it on the full.
Yeah, Matty would have liked that kick again. But I like what I'm seeing from the Dogs. They're looking to test their arms. But both teams, I wouldn't say feeling each other out. They're both going after each other. This is what you want to see. It's a local derby. It means something to both these clubs, and I'm glad to see how the both teams have started.
I'll tell you what I love too. Reid Marnie just sprinting up, leading the line speed. He gets bumped off a few times, but I'll tell you what, he has a go. There's a penalty. Good field position now. Will be for the Saints as they kick downfield.
Yeah, expert comments for Cbus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984 with Josh Reynolds. Steve Blocker-Roach down to the sideline for Bob Jane. David, what a start.
Yeah, absolutely awesome start from both sides. Tactically, guys, you can really see the Bulldogs going after that right side defensive of Matt Fionney, Moses Sewell. He really wanted to work them over. Matt Burton's had 3 high kicks straight to that right wing of the Dragons.
Now Sewell's got the ball for the St George Illawarra side. Cook goes into dummy half. Ilias now gets the pass on to Emre Gula. A Turkish cowboy says, yeehaw! Back living in Sydney, but they drive him back 10 metres. And he'll get up and play it back to Cook, who then gets the pass away to DeBellin. DeBellin, Flanagan. Flanagan threw a little dummy. Jacob Preston's got him. So too Sexton. That's good defence, Doggies. Tackle 3 just inside the Dogs' end. Cook short side. Leilua. He's got it. He's arm free. But he can't get the pass away. Crichton's got him. 29 metres out. Val Holmes again. Flanagan's got it. Flanagan comes to the centre. Shows it. Gets it to Ilias. Ilias kicks. Now we go inside the Westpac red zone. And that's gone dead. The kick's gone dead. 20-metre restart. No change. 7 gone. 0-all.
Oh, that was well done. It was a nice little kick. Nice little dink over the top. Off the front foot too. Connor Tracy gets there right on time. Sewer with the chase. Just baying for that ball to go dead in goal. Nice chase there from the Dragons. Good set.
Yeah, look,
Leilua dangerous.
I don't mind the option. I know it's a 7-tackle set, but Lachlan Ilias, when he was playing confident footy at South, that's when he was playing his best footy, and that's what the Dragons need for him. A halfback, step up, take some risks. But it's a good start from him, and it's a good start from the Dragons.
Now Saluka Fafita plays it to Marnie. Marnie comes to the centre for King. King is taken by DeBellin. DeBellin is brought down just his own side of the halfway line. Marnie again. Salmon has it now. Burton goes left, and Burton straight into Sewer, straight into Lachlan Ilias. And 10 metres inside St George Illawarra territory on tackle 4. Marnie again. Connor Tracy ducking and weaving. Don't go far. Tackle 5, says the referee. Let's have a look for the kick. Very casual out of dummy half. It goes to Burton. He puts it up nice and high. Gutherson takes it on the full. And then Marcelo Montoya takes him. Remember, it's built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a ream. And Todd Smith gives the Dragons a penalty. And I think, Grubby, it's just a simple offside.
Yeah, it's just not what you need. You pinned them down in the corner. You know, Ricky, I said it before, they must be going after this right corner of the Dragons, but it doesn't matter how good the kick is. If you're going to give them piggyback penalties like this, teams will make you pay.
Yeah, it just takes away the bit of momentum. When the side doesn't have to work hard off their own line, that's a couple of penalties to the Saints early. Made it easy for them to go up over the 40.
Now, Beacon Trade scoreboard 0-0. Omre Gula throws a pass back to nobody. Leilua's there to pick it up. And 10 metres his own side of the halfway line as Triple M rocks the footy with Blocker and Josh Reynolds today. Cook again and Couchman. And that Couchman is Toby. 5 his own side of the halfway. Ryan will start from the bench. Cook again, Flanagan, Leilua. He got a pass out to Tuapolotu. He's got a bit of strength, this kid. He's got 3 of them on him. And eventually they bring him down. 25 metres out, Val Holmes and Flanagan now to Cook, who gets it to DeBellin. DeBellin, nice hand, Sewer. It's come loose. It's a knock-on block.
Yeah, he's looking very dangerous, Leilua now. Great ball players have got options. You have a look at it. The first couple of times, he's dug into the line. That time, they rushed him, passes the ball over the top. Very dangerous. He's looking the goods at the moment, Leilua, on that left-hand side for the Dragons.
Triple M underscore NRL, Ed Roydlick says, great to have Blocker on Triple M. He says he had a midi of Recious with you in 1979 at West's Leagues in Unanderra.
Hang on, a midi?
Yeah.
They fall through my hands, midi.
Well, you, how old would you have been then, 18?
Oh, 14.
Yeah. Okay, Ed, well, he doesn't remember, mate, but we're glad to have you listening to Blocker on Triple M. Now, it's the Dogs with the ball, and it's Crichton, 25 metres out. He'll get up and play it back to Marnie. Saluka Fafita. And he'll get up and play it back now for Reid Marnie once again. Right side, it goes to Jacob Preston. You've got to say, he's one of those Dogs players who's been through the bad times, now the good. Connor Tracy. Oh, what a hit from DeBellin. That's a Mac as I'm loving it, mate.
Is that a Malachi crunch?
No, you need two. Two in a tackle from Malachi crunch.
Sorry. I'm not allowed to call them yet, am I?
Yeah, you can call them as you see them, but make sure it's a Malachi crunch.
He did well to hang on to the ball there, Tracy.
There's Burton with a very high kick. It's going to come down and taken beautifully by...
That's penalty.
Fionney. Was he tackled mid-air? No, says referee.
Kick in the face.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Here's Sully.
Slater will be proud of that.
Yeah. You're a little bit biased today, I think, Grubby. Here's Lachlan Ilias. And then Fionney again. Still 0-0 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. They've got fans, they've got lights, the tradies love them. And then Tuapolotu, the other winger, just his own side of the halfway line. 4th tackle. Plays it then to Cook. I think they've knocked it on. I think he has. He's knocked it on. Well, we've got this big crackdown on... the play the ball, but I don't think Tuapolotu even got to the play the ball. He just got up and dropped it.
I'll tell you what, this is advantage to the Bulldogs at the moment. They're good enough. They've had some great field position early. The poor old St George Illawarra side have been working it off their line. Time will tell now. They'll start the fatigue will start to set in a little bit. If the Dogs can control the ball and get a repeat set, I think it'll be game on.
Yeah, I thought this is the game I thought it would be. A low-scoring game. Both teams, one another, just waiting for each other to crack. No big plays. They keep kicking the corners to see who cracks first.
Okay, let's go down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane. David Riccio, the Dogs have just got a penalty from the scrum.
Yeah, they have a really big opportunity here for the Dogs, guys. Guys, just going back to that Matt Fionney karate kick, I reckon he's in a bit of hot water for that. Grubby picked up on it. It's the old Billy Slater play where you go high with the attempted catch, but stick the leg out into the defending player, and it was straight into the jaw of Bronson Cherry. I reckon Matt Fionney could be in some hot water.
Thank you, David. Bob Jane T-Marts will tell you more about them. This is David Saluka Fafita.
I'll wait for an apology too.
From you. And when we were wrong, we promptly admitted it. Sorry, Grubby. Played to Reid Marnie, Jamin Salmon, then it went to the Sex Bomb, back in field to kick out. And they're 15 metres out, right in the Westpac red zone. The blue side, Marnie, and then Salmon again. Salmon throws a dummy. Nobody fell for it. Taken by Couchman, taken by Jackie DeBellin, and 9 metres out just to the right-hand side of the upright. Played to Marnie, given to Sexton, then King, and he's going to play it 5 metres out. Marnie, Sexton, Burton, kick out, Montoya! Welcome back to the Dogs. Marcelo goes over in the corner, and the Dogs lead 4-0.
As we said before, if you give teams like the Bulldogs chances, they are going to take them. And this one, they run it on last tackle. And the local junior, Marcelo Montoya, back in the blue and white, scores in the corner. Lovely play here. Halves linking up. Birdo digs deep into the line. And Marcelo Montoya, nice quick hands from Kickow out the back, scores in the corner. Dogs 4-0.
Well, you've got to come in and try to make the tackle on Kickout. He's a bloke that you need to get to in the tackle. He just sucked in the winger there. And this time, instead of busting the tackle, some silky hands. Catch and pass. Watch this. They come in flat-footed, Kickout. That is beautiful. Montoya in. And you have to put it down to the Dragons. Too many mistakes. They've been stuck in their own half. We said it a little bit earlier. They'll get the field position advantage. And the Doggies are first to score.
14 gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. beacontrade.com.au. We welcome in Pertec with the kick predictor. 80%. Pertec for reliable performance. Turn to Pertec. Drama resistant since 1980. NRL tries for Marcelo Montoya. That's 50. And we love the kid. We love seeing him back at his old club. But he did have a wonderful career at the Warriors too. Very handy. Good size. I like big, lanky, strong outside backs. I do, Josh Reynolds.
Big, lanky. Good word, lanky.
It's a good old word, isn't it? Lanky. Here's Burton now. He's grown the full beard. 9 in from touch. Matty Burton moves in. Straight and strong, but just a little to the left. It's Dogs 4-0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Spin to win the ultimate footy finals experience at Harvey Norman. Visit hn.com.au/spin to win for your chance to win big prizes, including tickets to the 2025 NRL Grand Final. T's and C's apply.
Boys, I can't help but this is Cameron Ciraldo's coaching, going after that right side defence of the Dragons. We spotted it early. It's all been Matt Burton's chip kicks and constant probing of Moses Sully and Matty Feeney. Sure enough, they come down that left side of their attack, the Dogs, and pick up first points through Marcelo Montoya in the pre-season, guys. That clearly Montoya, he had a stint at the Dogs, went to the Warriors, and has come back in the pre-season. He was the most impressive trainer for the Dogs. He's had a mortgage on this left wing since day one of pre-season training.
Bob Jane T-Marts, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cash back on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo and Pirelli. BobJane.com.au. We've got a mistake there, Grubby.
Yeah, not ideal. Marcy's just scored a try, but coming out of yard, as we said it before, this is not a penalty, but you have to complete after you score a try. One of the big no-nos in rugby league is not doing this, so the Dogs are going to have to defend here, but I'm backing our online defence.
Yeah, I've been on his defence this afternoon. Damien Cook, that's the second time that he's forced the ball free. That was virtually one-on-one. Montoya, what happens after you score a try? You've got to click back into gear, because you start to think, hello, I've just scored the try, a little bit of dancing and romancing, but you've got to make sure you take that ball like that. Opportunity now. First time they've been down here.
Yeah, inside the Westpac red zone. The Dragons, 11 metres out. They trail 4-0. Cook is the dummy half. And to the centre, Ilias now. Shows it. Then it goes to Flanagan, Gutherson, Val Holmes. Pelotto over in the corner. Or did he drop it, Grubby? Knock on.
Oh, he's given it.
Well, it's going to go up. But I'm not sure that he did drop it on the Harvey Norman replay.
I think we have a fibber on our hand.
You think Tua Pelotto dropped that? Let's have a look at it.
I think he's dropped it, and we'll see it on the Harvey Norman replay. But as you said, you give any team a sniff, especially the Dragons with his new left edge. As we see on the replay, Marcy dropping the ball. Very unfortunate, but Dragons, they don't take no time. Hookie out of dummy half. Ilias, nice early ball. Gutherson early ball. As we see, we can't see from that angle. This one will show us.
Now let's have a look. Does he drop it on the Harvey Norman replay? Tua Pelotto over in the corner.
He drops it.
I think he's dropped that.
He drops that easily.
A little bit of separation. This will tell the story here. Just see if he does get the ball down. I think there's a little bit of a drop there. Yep.
He's dropped it easy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it was. The effort from Stephen Crichton to reload as they got on the outside comes across. He's the man there. There's the drop.
He's dropped it all day. Another apology to you, Grubby.
That is what you want from a captain. You get beat on the outside, but then you don't give up. You keep chasing, and that's what wins games. Not scoring tries, Maroon, saving them.
Todd Smith is going to take this try away. Harvey Norman replay. 8K TV's 40% off at Harvey Norman. I'm talking Samsung 8K. He's dropped it.
No, he just said dangerous contact.
In our opinion, without the foul play,
okay, penalty try.
Been scored. We have a decision.
This will be a controversial blocker penalty try. Wow.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. I wouldn't say that that's foul play, but in the regular rules now, coming across, you do anything you can to try and stop the try.
Yeah. What are you taught as a young kid blocker? Never give up.
Never give up.
So what do you do there?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
You do anything possible to stop someone from scoring.
Well, here it is again. Harvey Norman replay. Yeah, he's topped up.
Do you reckon that's foul play?
No, I don't think it's foul play.
It's foul play.
But Crichton's gone on report, a knee to the head to Tuapoloto as he put the ball down over the line. He dropped the ball. Referee says penalty try anyway. And the Doggies fans are booing and hissing and jeering. And Grubby Reynolds has thrown his pen down. And he's calling Marcelo Montoya Marcy as if it's his lover. When you calls him Marcy.
So you reckon they'll get another shot at goal here?
My bloody oath, they'll get a shot at goal.
Two, that's what I'm saying. Penalty try.
That's an 8-point try. They'll only get one shot at goal.
Only one?
Yeah.
But for foul play.
But it's in front, 100% on the Pertec kick predictor. Val doesn't miss him from here.
Hello.
Here we go. Val Holmes moves in. Beacon Trade scoreboard, the red V. Strike back. They lead 6-4 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Surprise Fries is back at Macca's. Order medium or large fries to play on the My Macca's app. There's a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes, plus a chance to go into the weekly draw to win $10,000 cash or one of their surprise prizes.
I'm comfortable with that decision, fellas. I know it's controversial, and Stephen Crichton and St George Illawarra, they'd love a little bit of an argy-bargy. Last year it was Kyle Flanagan getting involved with Critter, and now Critter's on report for late legs. And I'm comfortable with it. He wasn't attempting to make a tackle. He was just coming across, and his legs connected heavily with Tupolotu's face. I'm comfortable with it, boys.
That's right. Last year, Kyle had a little nibble, didn't he?
Yep.
A little nibble on the nose.
Didn't have afternoon tea that day.
Hey, boys, it's going to be on here. I think.
Good.
Yeah, the boys are on then. After he scored the try, he's gone off at Critter. It's going to be on this right edge.
6-4 Beacon Trade scoreboard. Big Luciano Leilua, the hitman. 20 his own side of the halfway line. Now DeBellin is stopped 10 metres short. A lot of feeling in this game all of a sudden, Dragons and Doggies. And Cook and Gutherson, and the king goes over the halfway line before he's brought down on tackle 5. Let's look for the kick. And here we go to Lachlan Ilias. Up she goes. The chase is good. Where's Marcy? Oh, Marcy takes a mark. And is pulled down, gets up and plays it back to Matty Burt.
You know what I can notice in this game of footy? The intensity. We watched last night's 2 games. I thought they lacked intensity. This one certainly doesn't.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Block. Absolutely. This one has got a real good energy to it as Marnie goes short side and gets it away to Crichton, who's on report after that controversial tackle on Tuapolotu. Right on the halfway line as Triple M rocks the footy. 19 and a half gone. Connor Tracy will go all day. And 10 metres inside Dragons end on tackle 5, says referee Todd Smith. Marnie to Crichton, up it goes from 40 metres out. It's high and it's deep, and now it's batted back. It's still alive. Jaden Sewer's picked it up. He's onside. He gets away from one. He gets up and goes again. He gets away from Burton. Jaden Sewer. And he'll play at 5 metres his own side of the halfway line. Another Macca's I'm loving at the moment. What a game. Packed crowd at Netstrata Jubilee as we got the other Couchman boy on the field, Ryan. Couple of Thurul Butchers will get up and play it back to Damien Cook and DeBellin, and then he got the pass away to Toby Couchman. Played back then to Cook, then it went to DeBellin, it went to Flanagan, it went to Gutherson. Oh, what a hit from Critter Crichton. Oh, he's got a dose of them at the moment, Steve Crichton. He's not happy, leading by example. Here's Couchman. And that might have been high. I think that might have just gone a bit high there, Block. A lot of feeling in this one.
Yeah, see what happens when they pull off a big hit like that. Everyone gets revved up and the next tackle is a little bit high. big feel in this game. As we were talking about, local derbies, I love it. What about that for a shot, Crichton? Beautiful tackle.
Can I just say one thing, boys? You know, you're going to say I'm one-eyed, you're going to say I'm biased.
Because you are.
But as an ex-Bulldogs player and as a Bulldogs fan now, gee, it's good to see some passion restored back in the jersey. For years and years, the Dogs have been struggling, but these boys, it means something to them to wear that jersey now.
Oh, absolutely. And Westpac Red Zone, once again, St George Illawarra 6, Canterbury 4, Cook at dummy half. DeBellin now with the ball. DeBellin! And brought down by Kick Gowan. Gets up and plays it 10 metres out. Cook out of dummy half. Left side Flanagan. Back in field comes Val. Val Holmes has taken a beautiful tackle by Jamin Salmon. Quick play the ball low, Cook. DeBellin is 5 out. Here comes the Lachlan Ilias. And he's taken beautifully by Matty Burton. 3 metres out. And just to the right-hand side of the upright, the tackle count restarts. Here's Moses Sully, big and strong near the line. And brought down by Kickout, but it's your Dragons on the attack. Back it comes. Ilias changes direction. Does a little Michael Jackson moonwalk. Gets out of a tackle. Loses 10 metres. And eventually gets caught in today's first Malachi crunch. But they're still in the Westpac red zone as it's played to Cook. And given them to Sewer. 11 out on tackle 3. 18 to go in the first half. Rocking the footy for Riemann Mackas. Cook again. DeBellin. Flanagan. Numbers. Leilua. The ball's come loose. I think it was a knock-on. It was a simple knock-on. We've got a little bit of push and shove again. It's Flanagan talking trash. It's Critter Crichton blocker. He's talking trash. In your day, they'd just be throwing it.
Well, you just got to pick your mark there. I think that was the wrong one there for Flanagan. Tried to go in and protect one of his teammates, but who was looking in front of him? I think it was Preston. He got up and shoved Preston. Just trying to mix his game up. I was mentioning that with Leilua. They'll get better as the season goes on. Just a mistimed pass there.
Just good to see a bit of feeling in the game, boys. And Blocker mentioned it before. You can definitely see the Saints left edge is going to be their potent edge this year. And, you know, Kyle's been playing some good footy, but it's not going to be him always ball playing. Luciano Leilua, has some of the softest hands in the game for a back roller. So, as we can see, this could be a late hit.
Yeah, Val Holmes is... Yeah, let's have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay. Val Holmes, has he taken a hit to the head? He's definitely trying to clear his eardrums or his jaw.
I think it was just a bit late after he dropped the ball, Maroon.
Okay, late and high. Yeah. There's producer Kiwi Steve. Harvey Norman replay 8K Samsung TVs. Go and steal one. Well, don't steal them. You may as well. 40% off. Here's DeBellin 3 metres out and getting up to play it back. Cooks at dummy half. And now Flanagan has it, gets it to Ilias, Gutherson, Sully, quick hands! But it goes behind Fionnay, and that is what you call bombing a try.
Yeah, certainly was. The numbers were there. Fionnay, when you're a winger, you've got to get a little bit deeper than that. When the ball's been shoveled along, he was too flat. The pass was behind him. They created the opportunity. Now, there's the added experience there of Gutherson coming in to make the extra man. The catch and pass. Showing the late hit here again.
Yeah, Jacob Preston was the culprit.
It's quite interesting to see the style that the Dragons are playing, boys. Usually at the back of these sweep plays, Gutherson will have a back row running a lead line for him. They're just giving him work.
Terry's got right through. He's got support. Connor Tracy. And Tracy doesn't have the pace. He's brought down by Val Holmes. Great line break though. Doggies have let him off the hook, the Dragons. Here's Cherry again. And here's Burton now. Inside the 20. Burton still going. And he's shown the sideline, and then Sully throws him out like last night's trash.
I think he tried to back himself that time, Burton, to get on the outside of Sully. What a tackle it was. Gee, that was a great passage of play. Sherry straight through. The support was there back on the inside. Val Holmes, beautiful tackle. He cleans up. They go to the left-hand side again here, the Dogs. Burton backs himself. I'm a big fan of this guy when he runs the ball. Not sitting back waiting for the sixth tackle to kick. Runs the football. Thinks he's going to beat him for pace. Great tackle, Sully. Fantastic football.
One of the couchmans is coming off. It's Ryan. He's got an injured leg. Ankle down here on the sideline for Bob Jane. Let's go to you, David Riccio.
Yeah, Maroon, it is. It's Ryan Couchman. He's gone straight up the tunnel. It's a leg injury. He's come from the field, and he doesn't look in good strain at all.
And it's a really big moment, guys, for St George Illawarra forward, Gerringong Lions Jr. Hamish Stewart. He's come onto the field to replace Couchman. What a special moment. This is a kid that grew up a red and white fan since the day he was born. He was presented his first grade jersey yesterday by his sister, the co-captain of the Australian hockey team. She was at the Grace Stewart was at the Paris Olympics. It's just such a special moment. Hamish Stewart making his debut out there now.
Tell you what, Gerringong punches above its weight for quality sports people. There's a kick downtown, taken on the full by Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy hangs out right side. I mean, you look at the Wisharts of Gerringong. I think you'll find Ashton and Rowan and all the Sims might be from Gerringong.
What about mighty Nick Cronin?
Nicky Cronin, of course, the king. Here's the sex bomb in a dummy half, Toby Sexton. Got the pass away. The fresh man out there is Harry Hayes. And Harry's going to play it right on the halfway line. Played then to Marnie. It comes across now for Tuapolotu. Very handy bench, the Doggies. And already they're cutting a swathe up the middle. Here's Marnie. And then he got it away to Sexton. Inside the Westpac red zone. Dragon 6, Dogs 4.
Keep it the middle here. Just go straight through the middle. That's where the advantage is.
13 and 20 left in the first half. Clayton Marnie goes inside the 10. Tackle count restarts. 5 out. Says referee Todd Smith right in front of the post. Who's at dummy half there? Man. He gets it away to Harry Hayes. And Harry's going to play it now 3 metres out. Have we got an injury?
Sorry, Jack.
We got...
Independent doctors asked you to go, mate.
Okay, yeah. DeBellin HIA here. Jack DeBellin HIA. That's Harry Hayes, who's, I think, a Doggies junior. Josh, is he?
No.
He's not. I got a famous uncle that played Merv.
He played for the Dogs.
Merv
did.
Yeah. Is it Merv Hicks? I should check on that.
Check on it before you say it.
Yeah, I should check. I'm doing that. I hate that when people do that for me. Ask me on the spot.
Yeah.
So one of our listeners will tell us at @NRL.
How are the truckies today?
Oh, the truckies are all listening. You crazy truckies. Give us a horn if you're out there somewhere. Everybody in Queensland, northern New South Wales, we haven't stopped thinking about you on the Goldie and the sunny coast and Brisbane and northern rivers. We hope you're okay. And Merv Hicks, as they used to call him, Merv the Perv Hicks, North Sydney. Played then to Marnie, given the man, then it went to Sexton, then it went to Preston. Preston's got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And he's 1 metre out on tackle 4. Dogs trail 6-4. It's played to Marnie, knocked down by Flanagan.
Well, the marker couldn't have been square there.
Well, isn't that a knock-on anyway when Flanagan knocked it down?
Well, I think he hit his arm. If you hit the ball player's arm, you know, it's play on. But as Blocker said,
it's not square. It's a penalty to the Dogs.
If you reach in any other time when the hooker goes to pick up the ball, that's a penalty. So I don't know why it's not on the try line.
Here's young Stewart, the Gerringong line, getting up to play it back. Cooks at dummy half. Then it comes across to the Turkish Cowboy. And it goes behind Gutherson. And it's picked up by Cherry. Referee's seen a knock on. Bronson Cherry thought he was away.
Tell you what I love. This has been so physical for the whole half. Generally you see a little bit of drop-off from both sides. They're going at it, both these teams. There's been some great defence in this game of footy. Cherry knocks the ball down. Knock on to the Dogs.
And @M_. Jay Bandy, old Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead says Grubby Reynolds is too biased. Pumpkinhead grows the award-winning pumpkins up there on the Central Coast. Won a couple of blue ribbons over the years. Jay Bandy, here he is. Emre Gula, 10 his own side of the halfway line. Played back to Cook. Given then to Stewart. It comes out to Gutherson. Oh, he's gone right through. And he gets the pass away to Fionney. Inside the 30 and brought down. In a good tackle by Kickout. 25 metres out. That's good stuff, Dragons. Gutherson at dummy half. Ilias has it now. Gets the ball away to Hamish Stewart. And the Gerringong line will play at 25 metres out. On debut, it's tackle 3. 11 minutes left in the first half. It's Cook again. It's Ilias. It's Flanagan. He's taken by Sexton. And this is good defence from the Dogs. They're driving the Dragons backwards. Cook, then Couchman, and he's lost it. And it's picked up by Tupanua. And so a block of the Dogs have the ball back.
Yes, nice defence there from the Doggies. Up in the face of the Dragons. Flanagan, he's been cut off a couple of times by Sexton. Hasn't been ball watching. got up in his face, and that's what forced the error there.
So just their own side of the halfway line. Played then to Sexton, given to Crichton. He juggled it. Brought down by Leilua, and will get up and play it back 2 metres his own side of the halfway. Mann has it now. Crosses the halfway. Brought down by Cook. What a game. 10 minutes left in the first half. Marnie and then Tupanua. Good hit. Get up and play it back once again. Burton has it on tackle 5, just inside the 40. Up she goes. Fionney is the target again, and he puts it down, and it's picked up by Kickow. He didn't need to throw the pass. We'll play the knock on. The Dogs will go on the attack, Grubby. You're getting nervous. You need to go and change your undies.
I'm getting excited because we've had an unbelievable. Let's get us a game plan. We've said they're going after Fionney all day, and he's dropped a couple. So Blocker mentioned it earlier in the call. Kickow's kick chase has been exceptional from the word go. So look for the Dogs to come up with a nice little trick play off this scrum.
Now, I've had a text from your lovely Sian, your other half.
Oh, here we go again.
Please don't mention the name of the place because you'll get us both the sack. But apparently you are taking her to a restaurant in Newtown. I'll come back to it. Right side Burton. Connor Tracy gets it away to his wing. And the ever-reliable Blake Wilson goes over in the corner out of nothing. And the Dogs hit the lead.
And that's all it takes sometimes, boys. As I said, Matty Burton, he's been peppering that corner all day. And it is so hard to defend these plays off the scrum. Matty Burton digs nice and deep into the line. Gets Valentine Holmes interested. And the Dogs, they go in the corner. Blakey Wilson, he's got another try. He's been good for the Dogs since he started, Block.
I think he's one of the most improved players in the competition, Connor Tracy. Comes in to make that extra man. I'll tell you what he did do there, Blake Wilson. Didn't panic. They came in to try and make the tackle. He gets the football, slams it down on the back of the Saints' mistakes.
Yeah, it's a great try. Beacon Trade scoreboard. And let me tell you all about the good people of Beacon Trade. Tradies, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade's backing your business. Need fans or you need lights, down lights, they've got you sorted. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Back on deck for 2025. Dogs 8, St George Illawarra 6. And the Pertec kick predictor, well, it's Matty Burton, so it's rating it in high at 80%. So Matty Burton from the sideline to put the Doggies up by 4. And he's missed one today, Block.
You know, it's nice the Doggies have been able in this first half to score both sides of the field. The attack down with Kickow on the left first, then the right side through Tracy.
Here's Burton now. Thank you, Block. That kick is right on target, right over the black dot. So we have got a scoreline that says Bulldogs 10, St George Illawarra 6, as Triple M rocks the footy.
It's Australia's favourite water heater. You know who we're talking about. Built tough for Aussie conditions and manufacturing right here in Australia for over 80 years. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a ream.
This is everything we thought it would be, isn't it, guys? As far as the scoreboard is concerned, a ripping contest. 10-6, Dogs are up, 7 minutes left in this first half. Just quickly, we saw Jack DeBellin come from the field. It's a Category 2 HIA. He's currently being assessed inside the dressing rooms. He had a little bit of claret coming down his right ear. He gave me the thumbs up. I'll be okay, Dave, he said. So I expect him to come back.
On the sideline. Oh, no. Now, I tell you what's happened there. Marcelo Montoya's caught that, then put his foot on the dead ball line, and they've completely missed it. No, they haven't. They've got it. They've got it. Have they? No, they have missed that.
How'd they miss that?
Harvey Norman replay. Marcelo Montoya's caught that. Here it is again on the replay. Put his foot on the dead ball line. And they have here. This angle will tell us better. Oh, maybe not.
He definitely put his foot on the line there, I think.
There is Burton. Anyway, just to finish off, Sian said you're taking her to dinner at the restaurant where you get the most amount of food, Block, for the cheapest. Yeah, like the most you can get for the cheapest amount. Don't name the restaurant, but fair income. I thought you had a bit more class about you.
Why don't you name them? They might come on board as a sponsor.
Because they might end up.
It's called carbo loading.
Yes, carbo loading.
What are you playing tomorrow?
He's planning a big night when he gets home.
Get me out there now.
Now, Bulldogs 10, St George Illawarra 6. The ball is with Marnie, and now it's with Harry Hayes, whose grandfather played for Norths, as we understand. Played back to Marnie once again, then to Mann, who got it away to Sexton. Straight up the middle goes Preston inside the Westpac red zone. They might go back-to-back here, Block.
Geez, he must be strong, that Preston. Look at him, just every centimetre fighting for. Here they go to the left side again.
Sexton takes them on his own. A beautiful tackle from Stewart to bring him down 3 metres out and right in front of the post. The blue team, it's Marnie, it's Burton, it's Kickow. He got it away to Tracy. Tracy, he got it down. He gets it down. Great finish, Connor Tracy, and they do go back-to-back block.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. If you've got a bloke like Kickow on your side, back on the inside, stands up and offloads the football. Connor Tracy gets it. I'll tell you what, he still had plenty of work to do, but the Doggies go back-to-back. That's sensational play. It was all set up on the other side of the ruck by Preston. A mighty run, just fought for every centimetre, but gets up, quick play the ball, they go to the left-hand side. Kick out, unbelievable. Skips out of the tackle. Tracy right next to him. There's 2 or 3 players around him. How did he get that ball down? Doggies go back-to-back.
I'll tell you the one thing I love about this play, boys. Connor Tracy, just being aware of what your ball player's doing and what your back row's doing. We call this a little out ball. So instead of being out the back of a sweep play, you back up on the outside and just catch the ball in support. And he's got a lot of work to do here, but this is why I love that bloke. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
He fights, and eventually get it down. Great try.
Yeah, that's a great try from Connor Tracy. Love those effort players. Bulldogs 14, St George Illawarra 6 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Cameron Serraldo almost cracks it for a smile, young Cam. Bulldogs 14, St George Illawarra 6. Cam Serraldo's looked 46 years old since he was 16 years old.
Is he turning into a bit of a Wayne Bennett? No smiles.
Yeah, he's
all business.
Cranky old man.
No, he's not cranky. He's not.
I love the kid. I love the kid.
You know, one thing, boys, that I noticed in that set block, and you mentioned about Preston, the Doggies are getting a little bit of joy turning players' unders back on the inside. There's been a few tackles from Damien Cook where he's come up with a big play back on the inside. So look for Jacob Preston and kick out to keep turning the ball underneath.
Yeah, a lot of times when you start to go forward and you get quick play the balls, you try to go wide too early. Kick the door in. That's exactly what they did just then.
Pertec kick predictor, 94% Burton. Look at that one go, baby, right over the black dot. And it's the Canterbury Bulldogs. It's all blue and white at the moment. They lead 16-6 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton with best-in-class superior steering and handling, giving you the confidence to bravely take on the most rugged adventure.
Adding to the scoreboard misery for the Dragons, guys, is the frustration. Damien Cook, the Dragons co-captain, spent the majority of that time that Matt Burton was lining up the kick, remonstrating with referee Todd Smith, talking about how long the Dogs are laying on the ruck. Are they square at marker? He's filthy at the moment, Damien Cook, and he's trying to let go of his frustration with the referee. Connor Tracy, he just scores those tries, doesn't he, guys? He just finds a way through. He's a bit like Grubb when he gets kicked out of a nightclub. He just finds a way to get back in.
If I could only tell you some of the stories of how I got back into nightclubs.
Maybe you could. We've
not on air.
Maybe at a sports lunch. Here's Tupanua, 25 metres out from his own line. Canterbury 16, St George Illawarra 6. 3.5 minutes left in the first half as Triple M rocks the footy. And we're getting lots of good feedback about having Steve Blocker Roach here. Thank you, Boxy in Brisbane. We will make sure we get him here as often as we can. A man, Tupanua, who's been so good off the bench, is a handful.
I'll tell you what they are. They're having plenty of joy through the middle. I mentioned it a little bit earlier about knocking the door down. If you have a big advantage there, just keep at it.
Now, Fionney, they've kicked the ball to Fionney again, and he's made a mess of it again. But it's still tackled 5, so man kicks it again. This time, it's ended up on Percival Street. It's gone straight out behind the grandstand.
I used to live on Percival Street. It was a beautiful street.
Where in what suburb?
Not telling you.
Percival
Probably
Street.
try and find me.
Mate, if you had a place in Percival Street, you would have built a bloody duplex on it.
Well, it was.
So it'd be full of duplexes now.
And guess who built it?
You.
Mr. Lebanon 2014.
Oh, Mr. Joe Leacher. I taught that kid everything he knows. Now, this is Moses Sully getting up to play it back. 2.5 left in the half. Then it goes back across to Stewart, and Tupanua says, welcome to first grade. 2 minutes 20 seconds left in the half. Here's the Turkish cowboy, Omre Gula. Gets it away to Flanagan. Gets it away to Val Holmes. Over the 30 goes Val. Beautiful tackle to bring him down, though. He'll get up and play it back, though, to Tuapalotta, who offloads to Flanagan. Then Cook has it now inside the 30. It goes to Ilias. Finds space. Tries to get it away to Sewer. It comes loose inside the Westpac red zone. Referee Todd Smith sees a knock on.
It's the Dragons have here come up with a couple of nice little plays, but it's just their last pass class, trying to push that pass. There's a captain's challenge here, as you can see from the Saints, but I feel they're just trying to pull the trigger too much. They're trying to be a bit too classy for their own good sometimes.
Yeah, I reckon what you do is you look up at the scoreboard just before half-time. There's 2 minutes to go before half-time. Start to chance your hand a little bit to try and tick that scoreboard over. When you're behind like that, I think it's worth the risk.
Now, Harvey Norman replay, 8K Samsung TVs, 40% off. I think that's...
He's touched it, Maroon?
I don't think he's touched a block.
At this stage, you can't see any contact to James Sewer's arm. Just playing through.
Didn't touch his arm, did he just say?
No, didn't touch his arm.
But I'm a bit all over that from the St George side there. Just try and push the pass just before half-time. That's good game management. Although if it comes off, you're a hero. Now they just turn the ball over.
Play the ball. The challenge is successful.
Challenge is successful. Dragons keep their challenge, no knock on. They'll get one or two last cracks before we go to half-time. Tackle 3, in fact. Now the Netstrata Jubilee was to call it Cobra Jubilee in the old days. Great to see it. Chockers. Great to see it, Chockers. Played to Cook, then Flanagan, then Emre Gula. Is brought down by Mann 25 metres out. Tackle 4, Cooks at dummy half. Goes to the middle, gets it away then to Stewart. They just protect that Westpac red zone and keep him just outside. On the last play, left side from Cook to Flanagan to Lua. Oh, they got numbers here. Here's Gutterson, he links in, gets it away to Tuapalotta. And Tuapalotta is tackled 1 millimetre short. Great scrambling their block from the Doggies.
Yeah, they're so good, aren't they? If you really watch the Doggies' defence, they go up and then they pad, they engage and then they shift across. That was beautiful defence. They're the most improved defensive side in the competition. They were great last year, and I expect them to be better this year.
Now the ball comes back to Marcelo Montoya. @NRL Kingy. The trucky Kingy says when he hears grub on the radio, he puts the truck up on 2 wheels. Put it back on 4 wheels, you goose, Kingy. 21 metres out, it's played to Marnie. And then it's given to Tupanua. And he'll take the tackle of Sewer. Again, we'll go Marnie, Man. That's been touched by Lachlan Ilias. There'll be 6 more with 34 seconds left in the half.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't underestimate what Tupanua's done when he's come on for the Bulldogs. What he's done is straighten them up through the ruck, straight through the middle of the ruck. He's got them on the front foot a lot of times. Here he goes again.
Now, 20 seconds left. Tupanua's got it, getting up to play it back. Marnie, Man, to the line. Sexton, Tracy. Crichton, back in field he comes. And pull down 29 metres out. Now they've got 5 seconds left in the half. What do? Sexton, Man, it goes to Tupanua and he'll play it in the Westpac red zone. It's come loose. It's a mad woman's breakfast. And then Fionney gets up to run. Siren goes in the background. It's a real good game of football in the world's best city, the city of Sydney. Bulldogs 16, St George Illawarra 6. Half-time, and Triple M NRL, as always, brought to you by Rheem. Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heater, ask your plumbers to install a Rheem. Now, surprise fries are back at Macca's. Order medium or large fries to play on the My Macca's app. 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes and a chance to go into a weekly draw to win 10K cash. Or one of our surprise prizes. Josh Reynolds, Steve Blocker-Roach, and David Riccio, Anthony Maroon, your call team. Bulldogs 16, Dragons 6, as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Every weekend, the footy just gets better.
Shut up!
Triple M rocks the NRL.
Oh, the entertainers
Download the Listener app and take the footy with you wherever you go.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Incredible. He puts a kick on.
Oh.
He gets there.
The Savo.
Melbourne Storm.
It's the Storm taking on the Ears.
Parramatta straight on the back of that.
Don't miss a minute. Thanks to Ream and Macca's, Triple M rocks football.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no.
Let Bottle Mart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99. Or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottle Mart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottle Mart.
Frank from Midas here. If you've chosen fun size or something with a little bit more grunt, we've got ya. Small car service start from $199. Large car and SUV start from $249. Book yours today. Midas. You can rely on us. Conditions apply.
The long discussions. Should we? Shouldn't we? Then the decision. It's time to sell this place. Now you have to take a leap of faith and find an agent. If you don't know how to evaluate the right agent to sell your home, you're not alone. But localagentfinder.com.au can help. With localagentfinder.com.au, you'll find an agent who understands your needs and wants to get you the best result possible. Compare and connect with the right agent at no cost. Search Local Agent Finder.
I love my NRL on KO.
Nico Hines.
Yes, brave.
More enthusiasm. KO has every game of every round live with no ad breaks in play. Let's try again.
KO, get on board.
That's better.
Spending too much time in the shed used to be an issue. But with IMAR's new loyalty program, aptly named The Shed, I can now spend as much time in the shed as I like. You see, The Shed gives tradies insured with IMAR cashback rewards from heaps of brands, like Toolmart, Pet Barn and JBL. So now that my business is insured with IMAR, I can enjoy great cashback rewards. Visit imartheshed.com.au.
Tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Welcome back. It's half time at Cogra Netstrata Jubilee Oval, and it's the Doggies leading the St George Illawarra Dragons 16 points to 6. If we get any updates on cyclone activity, we will have it for you. Just some news coming through about here we are. The Army, 2 trapped, multiple injured as Army trucks crash. A major operation is underway in Lismore in northern New South Wales after an Army truck carrying personnel rolled, injuring officers with 1 trap. So hopefully everything's okay there, and a special g'day to everybody struggling in Lismore again with all this. Grubby, the first half, how'd you see it?
Yeah, it was a good half of footy. Both teams had plenty of energy and plenty of intent, just what we want from a local derby. But for the Dogs, I think they come out with the intent. We're going to kick to corners and we're going to see if you can crack. And the Dragons finally cracked. I thought they rolled through the ruck fairly easy towards the back end of that second half. I thought they got the Dragons with a few of those drop plays with the back rollers, and I just thought Connor Tracy was absolutely exceptional. Scored that try, popping up everywhere on the field. But for the Saints, I think they're just going for the big play too much. You know, they've had a few opportunities to camp down in the Dogs' half, get a couple of repeat sets, but they've come up with, the wrong play at times. But they've got to keep going on Luciano Leilua block. I think he's been exceptional for them, and he's the ball player on that left edge.
Yeah, I reckon that comes along with the scoreboard. When you're behind 16 points to 6 and you're trying to get on the scoreboard before half-time, you start to force the ball a little bit. Mate, to be truthfully and really brutally honest with you, I think the Saints have lacked a little bit of punch through the middle. I think they're a lightweight pack, except for Luciano and Sewer on the edges. But the punch through the middle. Now, I already mentioned it. I thought the game turned on its head when Tupanua come on. What he did was he straightened them up. You're right about the drop plays. And, look, I think that they've had better field position, the Bulldogs, and they've ticked over the scoreboard. The Saints, as you said, a little bit too slow motion, a little bit too panicky up the other end when they got there. 16 points to 6. I think it's a fair indication of the game. Look, I really think that their back rowers, I mentioned it before, Kikau, Preston on the right-hand side, Kikau on the left, virtually just athletically, the way that they can get across the ground. Mate, geez, he's an improved player, isn't he? The back rower there for the Canterbury side in Preston. A couple of big runs. He's carried players on his back, fought for every inch, quick play the ball, shift to the left, kick out involved, and then you see Tracy with the try.
Thank you, Blocker Roach. Thank you, Josh Reynolds. Canterbury 16, St George Illawarra 6. And 4 penalties to 2 Dragons Way, both completing at 13 of 18. Choice Hotels, get more for your money so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. We're going to take a break and come back with the second half as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
When the weather goes to extremes, your comfort shouldn't. Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners Australia's engineer and design their ducted systems for Australian conditions that you can trust. Designed for multi-room heating and cooling, it delivers precise, effortless climate control to every corner of your home or office. Now that's extreme comfort. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia, the experts in air.
Every weekend, the footy just gets better.
Shut up!
Triple M rocks the NRL.
Oh, the entertainers are back!
Download the Listener app and take the footy with you wherever you go.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Incredible!
He puts a kick on.
Oh!
He gets there! The Savo.
Melbourne Storm!
It's the Storm taking on the Ears.
Parramatta straight on the back of that.
Don't miss a minute. Thanks to Ream and Macca's, Triple M rocks football.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Send your internet provider to the bunker and switch to Aussie Broadband. Aussie Broadband's fast and reliable internet lets you stream every match on the big screen with ease, so you won't miss a single try. Sign up at aussiebroadband.com.au.
Does your business cash flow need a spark to come off the bench to make that winning play? Prosper's business line of credit can provide your business with a safety net of funds to cover day-to-day expenses. Draw down on what you need when you need it and only pay interest on what you use. Prosper have helped over 50,000 small businesses stay in the game. Apply today at prosper.com. That's PROSPA. Remember, T's and C's and standard credit criteria apply.
Go Harvey Norman for hot deals store-wide. Save a super 40% off Samsung 8K TVs. That's right, 40% off Samsung 8K TVs in store and online while stocks last. Save on big brand computers with up to 20% off Acer and Lenovo laptops, desktops and all-in-ones. And save on Australian-made bedding with big brand mattress floor stock price to clear. Plus, get bonus standard local delivery on selected mattresses over $9.99. Go Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions and exclusions apply.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no!
Let Bottlemart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99. Or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottlemart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottlemart is more in store.
Frank from Midas here. If you've chosen fun size or something with a little bit more grunt, we've got ya. Small car service start from $199. Large car and SUV start from $249. Book yours today. Midas. You can rely on us. Conditions apply.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy. halftime highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
We get underway. Flanagan takes the ball from the kick-off, and off we go. There he is. He knocked that on.
Shot.
On tackle one. What a start, Grubby, for your doggies.
Oh, what a start.
Marnie, Sexton, Burton, kick out. Montoya! Welcome back to the Dogs. Marcelo goes over in the corner. To the centre, Ilias now. Shows it. Then it goes to Flanagan, Gutherson, Valhoves. Pelotto over in the corner. Or did he drop it, Grubby? Knock on.
Oh, he's given it.
Well, it's going to go up.
A little bit of a drop there, yep.
Dropped it easy.
Yeah. But Crichton's gone on report, a knee to the head to Tuapolotto as he put the ball down over the line. He dropped the ball. Referee says penalty try anyway. And the Doggies fans are booing and hissing and jeering. Right side Burton. Connor Tracy gets it away to his wing. And the ever-reliable Blake Wilson goes over in the corner out of nothing. And the Dogs hit the lead. Marnie, it's Burton, it's Kikau. He got it away to Tracy. He got it down. He gets it down. Great finish, Connor Tracy. Siren goes in the background. It's a real good game of football. Bulldogs 16, St George Illawarra 6. Welcome back. We're just about to get underway for the second half. A cyclone update. Some East Bellingen residents urged to move to higher ground. The New South Wales SES issued an emergency warning for East Bellingen just earlier, warning residents in the following locations to move to higher ground amid potential major flooding. Old Butter Factory in Dopal Street, Mill Street, Carl Street, and parts of the Waterfall Way. So that involves people in the East Bellingen area. Hope you are all okay wherever you are listening in, affected by the cyclone, the winds, the rain. Please take it easy, whatever you do. Second half about to get underway. Block, we're getting a lot of good feedback about having you back on deck at Triple M, so we'll make sure that keeps happening. Old mate of mine, Scotty Dixon, says, who is the CEO of Bankstown RSL, he says, for God's sake, don't let Grubby... Tell Grubby to go to Star Buffet and have a feed at Bankstown RSL. It's on me, he says.
Well, I was at Bankstown RSL a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Right.
Great feed.
Yeah.
Great feed.
Absolutely.
Smorgasbord?
They said, a bit of a smorgasbord. They only said one thing.
Yeah.
Do not let Anthony Maroon back in this place. Aren't you an ambassador there?
I am an ambassador.
You are an ambassador there.
Wonderful club. Myself and the beautiful Emma Lawrence.
Hey, what's that entail? An ambassador for a club? What?
No, you just go and, you know...
All about the money. Money.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to him, mate.
That's okay. Blocker's my friend.
Are you sure?
It's just like being an ambassador for anything, Block. You just turn up, look good, and that's easy for Em, not that easy for me. But you've come along and done a few little gigs there, haven't you, Grubby?
I have. It's a local area, Bankstown.
Yeah.
Just make sure every time you do come into the local hood, just be very, very careful.
Right, why is that?
I tell people to keep an eye on you.
Mate, I tell people I know Grubby, know Josh Reynolds.
Wear the Bulldogs jumper when you're in the Bulldogs area. Yeah,
I go to Burwood Road coffee shop with the Love Sponge, Adam Reynolds' dad. What's that coffee shop we go to? Joe
Bell's.
That's a lovely little spot.
Love Sponge.
Then
what's the Love Sponge?
That's what they call him, the Love Sponge.
Who soaks it up?
Mark Reynolds, the Love Sponge. He's having an ice bar right now
as we speak.
How do you know?
Oh, he texted me and said Mark Reynolds he's in the ice bar. Naked in the ice bar.
That'll do me.
Dogs 16, St George, Illawarra 6 at Cogra, Burton. And then we get underway again for the second half. The other game tonight is Manly Cowboys. We'll get the boys' thoughts on that one as we get a chance. Marcelo Montoya will play it now to Marnie. Tupanua. What an impact he's had since he got out there. But still anybody's game. Round one of the NRL. Jacob Preston comes up toward the halfway line, then takes the tackle. Let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane, David Riccio.
Yeah, guys, really disappointing news here. It's a suspected torn ACL for Ryan Couchman, St George Illawarra front rower, which would be obviously devastating news if that's the case. Look, scans will confirm the severity of that, but certainly all the on-hands testing inside the dressing room of the St George Illawarra sheds indicate that it's a suspected torn ACL for St George Illawarra front row Ryan Couchman.
Well, he mustn't have been out there long, Dave. He hadn't been out there long.
No, it was in that process where the Bulldogs made a breakdown field, guys, and in the back play, Couchman just falls, and it's that sickening feeling when you just see a player go down without anyone around him, and certainly that was the case for Couchman. As he went down, he just stopped, propped, and went and fell to the grass, and he was helped from the field immediately. But as I said, it's a suspected torn ACL for Ryan Couchman.
Ilias kicks it down to Montoya, and if you like, the Dogs this half are running toward the Sutherland end of Cogra Jubilee Oval. Montoya will play it to Burton. He'll get it away to Cherry, and then Cherry runs into the defence blocker.
Look, I know it's only a little thing. It started the second half there. You just saw that kick chase there from the Dragons. Montoya was allowed to run 15 metres upfield. Not good enough. You've got to put the pressure, arrive right when he gets the football and try and push. Look at them now, rolling up over the 40. They're doing it quite comfortably.
Oh, Marnie from dummy half. That pass looked forward to Tupanua, and the Dragons fans didn't like it. Marnie again on tackle 5, back to Burton from 45 metres out. Up it goes, and again the target is Fiona, but he took that one quite easily. 11 metres out. Gutherson is a dummy half and tries to catch them offside. Brought down by Mann and brought down by Burton too. Then Ilias, Val Holmes taken by Tupanua and gets a little pass away to Gutherson. Nice bit of second phase, and he makes 10 metres too before he's pulled down 90's own side of the halfway line. Cook, Ilias. Then we see it go out to Jaden Sewer. And back in field now to Stewart. He was just over the halfway line. Referee Todd Smith says that's tackle 5. 3 gone in the second half of this game. This is Ilias from the halfway line. Straight down it goes to Connor Tracy, who takes it on the full and comes back to be pulled down by Jaden Sewer. And there's poor old Couchman, Ryan Couchman, in the crutches on the sideline. And his old man's a dear old friend of mine too. He's a wonderful player for the Rural Butchers, was Benny Couchman. Spent a bit of time in the Gong, as you did, Blocker. Good offload from Crichton.
It'd be hard to see your brother go down the game like that, being Toby, and trying to concentrate on the game and still see. But for me, Block, I couldn't agree with your comments just before. The Dragons, if they keep cruising how they are, it could stay 16-6, but you still lose the game. Someone's got to come up with the intent to change the game.
Expert comments from Seabus Super. Sexton, nice ball back inside, but DeBellin brings down his opposite number. We go inside the Westpac red zone and kick through by Burton. Ricochets up. Tackle count restarts. It ends up in the hands of Connor Tracy. Says, come with me. Knocked down by Luciano Leilua. Knock on. Oh, they're under pressure already, the big red V.
Yeah, just have a look at there. A lot of blokes on their haunches. Hands on knees here for the Dragons. That's what they didn't need. The repeat set now. Straight away to the Dogs. If you think back to the first half, this is where they scored. From a scrum base. You have a look at it when they went on the outside and Tracy made the extra man. We'll see it again here. They'll attack from the scrum.
I don't like that play from Sewer. Boy, we call that the trap and scrap. If you want to trap, you've got to get on the ball. You've got to go after the ball. You know they've got to be 100% you're going to get back on that ball. But let's see what the Doggies throw at him this time.
Here's Burton now. Goes inside the 10. The pass is ordinary. And going back to pick it up is Wilson. 5 gone second half. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Dogs 16-6. Tracy and Preston. And Preston goes straight into Stewart with the help of Flanagan. They bring him down 8 metres out. He'll get up now, and they've just got to be better this year, the Dragons. Nice and deep left side, the Dogs. And it's Harry Hayes.
Go straight to Crichton here, will they?
Now, Mann, left side again, a little ball.
Oh, great try.
Billy Tupanua, and Tupanua goes over block for a very simple Bulldogs try.
Well, I'll tell you what I like about this bloke, and I mentioned a couple of times in the first half how he's really straightened up the attack here of the Dogs. Just hole running. You could see that the St George Illawarra side were out on their feet after they didn't trap and scrap. Tupanua in between 2 players. Great strength shown. Hit the ball. They had the man out the back in Tracy. They hit the front man. Tupanua opens the scoring for the Dogs in the second half.
I'll tell you what, boys, being a half it's just so nice to have a lock in Kurt Mann who can pretty much do exactly the same as what a half does. Go nice and square and direct at the line. A nice soft pass to Tupanua. And it's just being out the back of those plays, and when you see that, just takes that little bit of pressure off you. You don't have to come up with all the big plays. So it's nice to see the Dogs mixing up their attack, and a beautiful try there with Tracy backing up out the back.
20 points to 6. Dogs lead St George Illawarra. The reliable Mitsubishi Triton has bi-turbocharged power workhorse front. A 10-year warranty. Can you believe it? And 93% says the Pertec kick predictor. They're starting to kick away now, the Dogs. 20 points to 6. 6.5 gone second half. And now Burton just to the left-hand side of the upright. He'll try and kick this out onto Percival Street where Grubby Reynolds used to live.
Say 10-year warranty?
Yeah, 10-year warranty. Why would you buy anything else? A 10-year warranty. I mean, I'm telling, I'd be retired, sitting on the back porch, and I'll still be cashing in on that warranty. There's Burton, and the kick is ordinary from him, but I think it went over anyway. Yes, it did. So Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. It's 22-6 down to you, David Riccio.
Well, the Dragons will have to respond here, no doubt, guys. 22-6 down, just 7 minutes into the second half. Look, there must be Roosters fans, fellas, thinking, how did we let Satili Tupanua leave our footy club? Now, remembering back when it all unfolded last year, he was given permission to negotiate with rival clubs. He was on contract at the Roosters, and they said, go for your life, you can have a look around. Well, it was in that period where the Roosters were attempting to re-sign Angus Crichton. And clearly Tupanua was, at that time, the Roosters thought he was surplus to their needs. However, this is a bloke that can play in the centres, he can play in the back row, and as Blocky has lauded him today, he can play straight through the middle. Well, you know it's what? A huge pickup for the Dogs. 4-year deal. What a pickup.
I reckon every side in the NRL would have put their hand up for a back rower like that.
But even with, like, Terrell May as well, what's going on there? Like, the Roosters looked small the other night. They got rid of the two best, prop and back rollers.
Now, Preston has it for the Dogs. Triple M Choice Hotel stats, they've had 70% of the ball almost this half. Tracy got the pass away to Mann. And, of course, Dave Riccio on the sideline. Bob Jane T-Marts, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo and Pirelli. Visit bobjane.com.au, T's and C's apply. And again, they kick it to Fiona. He's brought down 22 metres out from his own line on tackle 1.
Well, I'm really interested to see how ruthless the Dogs are. We know how great they were defensively last year. Now they've scored plenty of points. They'll start to wind up that scoreboard at the moment, 22-6. Let's see if they can go right on with it here.
So, played by Leilua, and now Ray Fatala Mariner up against his old club on tackle 4. This time it's DeBellin over the halfway line, and that man Tupanua's got him once again, but it's 22-6. Dogs lead St George Illawarra. Lachlan Ilias from 45 out. The kick is deep, and Connor Tracy has absolutely no dramas bringing that one in before he's brought down by Couchman.
He's been good today, 136 metres. He's pretty much caught every single ball Ilias has put on the full, and being a back five, that is such a big lift for your forward pack. Catching those balls on the full, steaming back at the line. Connor Tracy's been exceptional today for the Bulldogs.
Now Steve Crichton played to Sexton and then Mann. And Grubby, who you tipping, Cowboys or Manly?
Pretty confident Manly at Brookvale, mate.
And you, Blocker?
4 points down there at Brookie. Manly will be too strong.
And Marnie again on the halfway line for Matty Burton to put up a mighty high kick. Fiona again takes it. And what a chase.
Is it?
Marcelo Montoya. Sorry. Yeah. Then Gutherson. But they got plenty to do. It's not beyond them, but they're down by 16 with a half an hour left in this game.
They've got to get a penalty. They've got to win a penalty here to get down the other end. They're getting manhandled at the moment by the Dogs.
And now Val Holmes has just dropped it. As simple as you please. Knock on by Val Holmes. Completion rates, Dragons, 15 of 21 on the Choice
And we speak about, the Dragons having some really good recruits in the off-season, but when guys like Val Holmes are dropping the ball, your leaders, when you're down by, a couple of tries, it's not what you need. You just need to hold the ball. As Blocker said, there's someone that's just got to get a quick play of the ball, fight to get a penalty. Otherwise, the Dogs are going to go on with this one.
And 30 metres out.
Pretty dangerous every time they've been down here, haven't they?
It's so hard to defend off scrum, boys, these days, because you watch right now, that wasn't the greatest example, but you've always got 4 attackers against 3 defenders, especially on the try line. Defending there is very, very scary. Big spacings.
Burton, Marnie, and Tracy, and then it went across for the number 16, Harry Hayes. Now it's man inside the Westpac red zone again. To the left side he goes, gets it away to Burton. Burton will stand in the tackle. Gets out of one, he had support, but couldn't get the pass away, and DeBellin brings him down. They could just about put this to bed here, the Doggies, with a try. Short side is Marnie. Kick out now, back to Marnie, back toward the centre it comes to man. And then Sexton and Preston. Now they go right back inside the Westpac red zone. And then brought down by Val Holmes 10 metres out on tackle 4. At the play the ball, it's Marnie. And then it's Sexton. Tupanua again, right under the post this time. Oh, Blocker. He's going to prove to be the buy of the year.
Oh, how good was that try there? Straight through the middle, but put it down to Toby Sexton. Just going at the line, soft hands. Just nice and slow at the line, but the man who's hitting the ball in Tupanua explodes onto the football. A change of pace. They couldn't hang on. They're out in their feet, the Dragons. Great ball.
It's just a beautiful pass from Toby Sexton. We speak about when you're playing in the halves, the tempo. Sexton didn't go hard at the line. He waited for the defence. He said, you boys come at me, and then comes up with a beautiful pass straight under the post. The Bulldogs are on fire, boys.
Well, Canterbury 26 leads St George Illawarra 6 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard, and it's on the back of 2 tries in 12 minutes in the second half of this game. And obviously the Pertec kick predictor will say 100%. Satili Tupanua gets a double block for his at his brand new club.
Yeah, that's just great hole running, isn't it? But as we said, Sexton going at the line, tempo, nice and slow. Really great ball players. Just bring the defensive line on. As I said, every mistake that the Dragons have made today in their own half, they've been made pay, and that is back-to-back tries there. Sensational there from Tupanua. Easy conversion now here for Burton, and this could be a big score if they don't get their act together through the middle. They're looking very lazy. Yards are easy to come by at the moment.
Yeah, 3 of 4 today. Matty Burton will not miss this one from right in front. And he moves in and kicks it. And down to you, David Riccio. I thought the Dogs would win, but by golly, I didn't think it'd be a blowout.
Yeah, well, boys, it's a tale of 2 stories here as far as the forward packs are concerned. And when we think about the Dogs pack and we think about why they wanted to sign Leo Thompson, who comes to the footy club next year, it's because they feel as though they need some replenishment in that area. Well, bang, they've got Satili Tupanua. But on the sideline, here's Josh Curran and Big Sam Hughes. They're still not playing. Curtis Moran, he's not featuring in this 17 either. So there's definitely depth there. But now they're adding some stars with Big Leo Thompson coming to the club next year. Now, we look at the flip side. It's the Dragons that will need replenishment if Ryan Couchman now has gone down with this ACL injury. And I can tell you that we are only days away from David Clemmer doing a deal at the St George Illawarra Dragons. Okay. He will be at Saints, David Clemmer. He was due to play New South Wales Cup today for Western Suburbs. He pulled out of that game because of the situation with the negotiations going on with Saints. He doesn't want to get injured. And while he's not playing for the West Tigers, he wants to stay fit and ready to come straight into this Saints side. And from what we're seeing today, they need more, even more than David Clemmer in their forward pack.
Grubby, on the back of what David Riccio said, I think the average punter like me, the guy who loves the game from the hill, would like to ask the question, Dave Clemmer has the option to just pull out of the game?
Today?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure exactly what happened, but it's obviously got something to do with what's going on at the Tigers. But me knowing Dave being a good mate of his, there would definitely be an excuse. He loves playing footy, and he definitely wouldn't have done it without a good reason. So I'm not sure if they pulled out, the Tigers pulled it out. Well, I'd like to see exactly what he said after the game.
Here's Tuapolotu. And your expert comments today, Triple M welcome in Steve Blocker-Roach for season 2025. And Val Holmes is now tackled when Fox don't need Blocker. We'll have him here at Triple M.
Well, it looks like they're trying to find a little bit of spark. 28 points to 6 at the moment in favour of the Dogs. They've put Jacob little bit of spark out of dummy half. Don't know how that'll help them defensively. They've got to have a lot of ball in good areas for him to have an impact.
And now the Dragons finally get a penalty in the second half. Penalties are now 5-2 on the Triple M Choice Hotel stats. Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 6. Ray Faitala Mariner. Satili Tupanua is just growing and growing in confidence. Good defence there from him. Played a little, goes across to Flanagan. Flanagan sends it back inside. And we were hoping for poor old Kyle, he'd celebrate his 100th with a better result. Now Crichton limping back on side. We'll get David Ricciardo to keep an eye on that. Little, DeBellin, Flanagan, Gutherson, Holmes. Tuapolotu for the corner, and he slides over. Great try. Tuapolotu gets one for the Dragons, and they strike back, Grubby, but it might be too little too late.
Well, I don't know what he's carrying on for, because he needs about 2 or 3 more tries. What's he doing? Anyway, but it was a nice little play down the left side from the Dragons. It's exactly what they needed. I'm pretty sure it was, and we'll see here on the Harvey Norman replay, it was Jack DeBellin playing out the back to Kyle Flanagan. Early ball to Gutho, early ball to Valentine's Holmes. And Tuapolotu, he scored a really nice try. He's pretty much run directly over Connor Tracy. Didn't like what he'd done after it. I can't stand it when players do that block when they're 2 tries down.
Yeah, no, you're a mile behind on the scoreboard. I think the coach might have something to say. Really couldn't tackle him there. Tracy did his best, tried to tackle him ball and all. No legs tackle that close to the line. It was a good effort. Tuapolotu just gets up and just looks into the crowd, throws the ball and carries on a little bit. But come on, man. You're behind on the scoreboard. You're getting flogged.
Yeah.
Why would you be carrying on like that?
That was my teammate. Like, if we lose this game, you're going up to him and going, mate, why are you worried about doing that? Get back. Do your next job. We got a game to win here.
82% the Pertek kick predictor. And the man is Val Holmes. Pertek, drama resistant since 1980. Right on the sideline, Val Holmes. Back in Sydney, this time with the St George Illawarra Dragons. 1 from 1 today. But this one is in the sideline. They need to go up by 6s. Here comes Val. Moves in, comes around, straightens up. No good for Bob Jane T-Marts, our man on the sideline. The great David Ricciardo.
Boys, finally, this crowd has got into it, and that's the one big thing that Bulldogs have been so successful at today, is keeping the crowd quiet. It's a sensational crowd. This one sold out 2 days ago, and they've got a contest to suit with now St George Illawarra. Is this the comeback? 22 minutes remaining, 28 points to 10. Let's see what unfolds.
Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 10.
What was he saying there? Does he need some more money?
I don't know. He's doing that thing where... You know, he's splashing out cash. What was this clown we were talking about yesterday? T-Pain.
Oh, your man.
T-Bag, T-Pain, T-Bone. Whatever his name is, I don't care. You don't like rap, do you, Blocker?
Rap. This is Captain Fantastic. Laying down a bit of black plastic. Let's get down to Of course I do.
Was Riccio at T-Pain?
Riccio, were you at T-Pain in Vegas, mate?
You bet I was. I had no idea any song, what he was singing. It was a gibber fest.
I don't like that rap music, mate. I don't like it. I always say it. I bought my mama a house and I bought me a Bentley and what's the other one, Grubby? I'll pop a cap in your ass. He's just his own side of the halfway line on tackle 5. Back for Lachlan Ilias to kick. He kicks it to Connor Tracy. They've kicked it to Connor Tracy all night. I could catch that in my glasses and boots. And Connor Tracy takes the tackle.
Not those boots.
These boots are very, very good. They've been with me a long time.
You need some new ones.
Mate, I got these from in Goulburn in 1991. Baxter boots. You can't kill them. The Sex Bomb gets into dummy half. Toby Sexton gets it away to Bronson Cherry. And Cherry is going to be caught by Jaden Sewer. Canterbury 28, St George Illawarra 10 with 21 and a half to go. Marnie's got the pass away to Harry Hayes. Harry's caught and brought down by Toby Couchman. Ryan is off the field and injured. Played to Marnie, given then to King. King puts his head down and bum up. That's a good run from King. And he will get up and play it back. They're only 30 metres out. Last play, though, Burton kicks it, and this one will be back down to Fionney again. Fionney brings it outside the 10, gets away from one. What a hit to bring him down, though, Block.
Gee, that was a great hit. I'd like to see that again on replay if we can, to see who made that big, strong. That was a rib tickle at that time. Starting to get back into the game now. A little bit of possession going their way. Isn't it amazing after you score a try? A little bit of, you get pumped up again and you start to go. That'll last for a few sets. They're going to be good defensively now, the Dogs.
And Gutherson to the halfway line. Triple M Rugby League is always brought to you by Ream Hot Water. For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong.
When they're all hot waters have the go.
They're hot.
The Triple M Singers. There's the kick on tackle 5. Montoya's put it down. Gutherson picks it up. It might be 6 again. Referee Todd Smith says Dragons knocked that on.
Yeah, have a look at him sniffing around the ball now. He's come alive, Gutherson, right on the spot. Just a little bit unfortunate that time.
He is Block, one of the best in the game at it. He can snuff out an opportunity. But for me, boys, the Dragons' halves have been solid. But anytime they've looked really well is when Jack DeBellin's gone straight and nice and direct at the line. That's how they scored their last try. So let's see if they go back to him.
And McDonald's surprise fries are back with 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes, including 10k cash. As the ball comes across to Hayward, let's get an update on the Cyclone. 36 injured in road accident involving defence vehicle at Lismore. 36 people have been injured in a road accident at Lismore, northern New South Wales, involving at least one Australian Defence Force vehicle. So we'll just keep an eye on that. I'll give you some more information on that as soon as I possibly can. There's a kick and taken on the full by Fionney again. And then Fionney ducks under a high one from kick out. Played back to Lachlan Ilias again. Gutherson has it. Canterbury 28, St George Illawarra 10.
I like that from kick out. Just trying to swing the momentum back in the Dogs' favour. Trying to come up with a big shot.
And 19 their own side of the halfway line. Let me just get you some more of that information on that situation in Lismore, because we're just wanting to make sure you get the latest on the Cyclones, because a lot of people are listening via the listener app in some of these cyclone-affected areas. Couchman is almost at the halfway on tackle 5. Played then to Little, goes short side, gives it to Lachlan Ilias, who kicks it. But again, he's kicked it straight into the arms of Connor Tracy. So while I've got a second, let me repeat, 36 people have been injured in a road accident at Lismore in northern New South Wales, involving at least one Australian Defence Force vehicle. Just after 5 p.m, the incident. Initial report suggested 22 patients, but this is updated to 36, just updated to 36 minutes ago. 19 ambulances have been dispatched to Tregeagle Road. It is not yet known what type of ADF vehicle or how many are involved. Patients are on their way to Lismore and Tweed hospitals. We wish you all the very, very best. Northern New South Wales, Southeast Queensland. Jacob Preston, I think, has a cramp. Does he need the pickle juice? Does he need the pickle juice?
Have you ever had the pickle juice?
I haven't, no. I've only when my wife gives me some gherkins when I'm watching TV.
Disgusting.
I don't mind the pickle when it comes with the gherkins.
Really?
On a cheeseburger from Macca's.
I mean, but if you, as we've asked the question before, if you get a cramp in a domestic situation or a love-making situation, can you get the pickle juice to get rid of the cramp as you do in the NRL, on the NRL?
What are you thinking of that? We're watching rugby league.
What other use would I have for pickle juice? I don't play rugby league. I never got a star.
I wonder why.
Well, you didn't see me play. I mean, we've got one of the Tigers greats here, and I'm not talking about you, Robbie.
A couple of us in the room.
Canterbury 28, St George Illawarra 10, 17 and a half to go. Emre Gula, the Turkish cowboy, is on report. High shot, and now the Dogs will go on the attack.
I actually think was it a What are they getting for these days, Bob?
No,
Hip drop.
Hip drop.
Hip drop, I think it was, Maroon.
Inside the Westpac red zone. Thank you very much. Played back to Marnie. Then Haywood has it. Straight up the middle goes King. And look where the Dogs are again.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go up the middle?
Tupanua looking for try number 3. Marnie and Haywood. Haywood and Sexton. Back in field comes Billy Kickow. But they stop him. They've got to do well here, the Dragons. They've got to hold their own. They trail 28-10. It's Marnie. It's Haywood at first receiver. Sexton now. Quick hands. Goes out to Blake Wilson. He cuts back in field. And they scramble well, the Dragons, to bring him down on tackle 3, 2 metres out. A dummy half there is Crichton. Long ball back to the middle to Sexton. Sexton to Haywood. Haywood drops one back in field to Salmon. And Salmon's only 3 metres out, right in front of the post, looking for the quick play the ball. Left again. Sexton throws the dummy and drops the ball. And that's good defence. Well, they're probably going to lose the game block, but that's good defence, Dragons.
Yeah, it is good defence on the goal line too. Sexton just backing himself that time to run up the line. It's on straight through the middle. If they can come up with a couple of variations to the Dogs, because they look very tired defensively here at the moment, the Dragons. Middle third of the field, I think it's the place to go. Saxton, might have thought he was a lot bigger than what he is.
That was
trying to take the line.
That was like you running back in the day block, straight through the middle of it.
Great and hard.
The one thing the Dogs get spoken about not having a big pack block, but the thing is they're very mobile. And as we can see today, they're running the Dragons forwards ragged. And this is what I know the Dogs, they speak about. They don't care how small they are. They'll keep going right to the 80th minute.
Now, Salmon in on the tackle, getting up to play at his Fionnay. They've kept him busy this afternoon. Then Couchman. This is Toby Couchman, of course, 25, his own side of the halfway line. Little's at dummy half. Goes across field, ends up with Ilias Leilua. He got the pass away to Tuapoloto, who's in space again. Gets away from Wilson and then floats one back to nobody. Going back there, and it's been knocked on. It's been knocked on by the poor old Dragons. The kid on to Boost Stewart. The Gerringong line completion rates now 21-28. St George Illawarra on the Choice Hotel stats. Let's go down to you on the sideline, David Riccio for Bob Jane.
Yeah, guys, with 15 minutes remaining, the scoreboard reading 28 points to 10 the Bulldogs' way. I appreciate that this is a new look spine for the Dragons, and while we will focus on how their attack has gone today, Shane Flanagan's a defence-orientated coach. He lives and breathes defence. He was a former defence coach coming through the system as a coach at the Roosters, at the Sharks, before becoming a head coach himself, and it's always been based on defence. What will disappoint him more than anything today, as far as, yes, maybe only scoring 10 points, will be the fact that they've leaked 28. With 14 minutes remaining, it could be more. 28 points is not where the Dragons coach Shane Flanagan will want to be.
Dogs at Belmore next week against the Titans. And Dragons in Wollongong against Souths next week. Haywood and then Toby Sexton inside the Westpac red zone with 14 minutes left at Cogra. Marnie's at dummy half. Haywood has it. Then it's Jamin Salmon to take them on. But Stewart's got him with the help of Leilua, 3 metres out from the Dragons line. And Marnie goes from dummy half, a little sneaky little run, and only about 2 metres out. So this will mean Haywood goes to dummy half. Then Burton, kick our numbers, jets inside one, Burton reaches out. Great scramble, Dragons, great scramble to stop him a millimetre short of the Dragons line. Burton at dummy half this time. Okay, he's lost it in the ruck there. One of them's lost it in the ruck. I think it's Billy Kickow, and they've handed the ball over. It's getting a little bit sloppy.
That was an absolutely great tackle out the back here. In the first half, we've seen Kickow tip this on to the winger, but Lockie Ilias, the small half, he has been absolutely peppered all day by Viliami Kickow, but a great save to keep his team in the game.
And we go inside the final 13 minutes of Triple M _NRL. Tom the Truckie says, great to have Blocker Roach on Triple M. About time, he says, Blocker.
Really? Truckies?
Truckies, they love Triple M.
Love
Truckies.
Give me a honk.
Thank you very much, Tom, for the feedback. And then Little, then to Couchman.
Do you know the thing about the Bulldogs? You were mentioning a little bit early, Grubby, about the speed of the line. That's athleticism, isn't it? They're not the biggest of pack. I'll tell you what, they don't wait for the opposition to come to them. They're off the line and putting pressure on. There's been some crunching tackles in this game of football, but I'll tell you what, the Dogs have been relentless.
Now, fourth play, and they'll get a penalty now, the Dragons. Quick tap's been taken by Jacob Little. Little's gone right through. He's gone right through. He's at the 30. He steps around Connor Tracy. He's going to score! A runaway try from a quick tap. Jacob Little right under the post block.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. That's what he's been brought on for. They just hesitated a little bit that time. The Dogs turned their back on the attacking player. The quick tap, they got the penalty, and off he went, Little. We know what wonderful speed he has off the mark. Goes straight through. Just have a look at the penalty here. He takes a quick tap. How many backs a turn? Look, they're all looking at the referee. Mip, mip, I'm straight through. Good footwork. Off the right foot. Straight through off the right foot again. And it's a race. Tracy has to turn around and chase. Great play there from a fresh Little onto the field.
Well, I'm pretty sure they call him the Roadrunner after how quick he looked there.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep, but that was... Ricky O just mentioned the Dogs. The Dragons are a defensive-minded team. Ciro, he's a defensive-minded team, and he will be fuming at that. As you said, Blocker, 2 plays, 3 plays with their back turn, with the game on the line. He's just a little bit lazy and a little bit sloppy for the Dogs. Are the Dragons on the comeback, Maroon?
Oh, Pertek, kick predictor, 150,000%. Val Holmes from virtually right in front. And then there'll only be 2 converted tries in it. Oh, the Dragons coming back. Val Holmes, over she goes. 28-16. Down to you, David Riccio, for Bob Jane.
Well, beat the Roadrunner. Jacob Little's gone straight through them, guys. I've got to say, I thought he was going to hit the treadmill a little because he's hardly played any time whatsoever during their pre-season trials, the Dragons. He had an infection in his hand that ruined his pre-season. He had to go to hospital and get it drained. He's had a shocking run into this game. You wouldn't know it. He's the quickest man on the field, Jacob Little.
Wow, what a finish we've got here. Bob Jane, T-Marts, pocket even more savings at Bob Jane. Buy 3, get 1 free. Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo. Get up to $150 instant cash back on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Bob Jane, 13-26-25. There's the kickoff taken on the full. Now we've got a ball game on our hands. Ray Fatala Mariner says, have a little bit of this. And they drive him back. 10.5 minutes. Grubby Reynolds is looking worried. Gets up and plays it back. Little goes to dummy half. Gets the pass away to Tuapolotu. And it's all about getting through this set, though, I guess, Block, for the Dragons.
Yeah, you've got to get to their kick, haven't they? They've come alive, but I reckon the scoreboard flatters the St George Illawarra side at the moment. I know it's a little bit of a mini comeback now, but 28 points to 16. It's been more dominant by the Bulldogs.
Now Jaden Sewer has come back toward the middle of the field. He's thrown an awful pass. It's picked up by Gutherson, though. And Gutherson will run into Sexton and Preston, and he's pulled out. We hit the 10-minute mark. 10 to go. Tackle 4. Getting up. Plays it to Little. Left side, Luciano Leilua. That looked forward to Val Holmes. Over the halfway goes Valvo. And Preston again involved in the tackle. This is the last play. Little's at dummy half. Back it comes now for Kyle Flanagan. The kick is high, but again, Connor Tracy just stands under it and takes it on the full. And he'll be taken by Jacob Little 20 metres out.
I don't think the Dragons kickers have found the turf once today, and they'll go back, they'll watch the video all week, because they would have said, we need to hit the turf, we need to get the Bulldogs coming out of their own half. But Connor Tracy has been electric today, catching everything that's come down in play.
Well, if you are a kicker, don't you look the play before you're going to kick where the fullback is and try and kick away from him?
Yeah, well, as the great Jack Gibson said, kick to the Seagulls. Let me go down to the sideline. David Riccio, I think I know what this is about.
Yeah, it's the captain Bulldogs, Captain Stephen Crichton. He's come straight from the field, guys. He was having cramp issues probably about 5 minutes ago. Satili Chipanu has come straight back onto the field into that centre position. Look, Crichton's right in front of me. He's bent over. He seems to be getting some tightness in the back of his legs. He's trying to stretch it out, but Crichton off the field, guys.
Knock on.
Okay, I think Fionnay, thank you very much. Crichton is off the field. That's the big news. But I think in that, again, they've kicked it to Fionnay, and has he knocked it on? Has he knocked it on? Well, I didn't see a knock-on Block.
I don't think he lost the ball there, unless it was a little bobble that he hit straight onto one of the Bulldogs players.
Yes, he did.
What about that for a shot?
Harvey Norman replays.
Speaking about kick chase, Marcelo Montoya has taken it upon himself to sort of stop the rot. We spoke about a little comeback from the Dragons, but Marcy, the Bulldogs juniors, come up with possibly one that says No more Dragons.
What are you calling?
It's done.
Why are you calling him Marcy?
Because he's my friend.
Like you got a crush on him.
I do.
You got a crush on him.
Is that okay? He's a great man.
It's got not my business, but I mean, you're calling him Marcy like you got a little crush on him.
I do.
What do you wait
He's
for him in
my
the car
favourite
park
winger in the NRL?
Did you get a selfie with him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Couple.
You're not a grub. You're a creep. You're a creep.
Well, I played in his debut game, mate. That means something.
Here we go now. Now they could put this to bed with a field goal. The Doggies, they lead 28-16. 8.5 to go in the Westpac red zone. Oh, the ball's been knocked down and picked up, and now Luciano Leilua. They won't go away, the Dragons.
Yeah, that's Little with a big play too. And not only did he score the try, but he's knocked that ball down there. Scrum in the middle. Dragons will get the football back here. Here's Little again, just knocking the arm. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Reedy. It's happened to him twice tonight, but it must be, I reckon the Dragons have had a look at this and said, look, Marnie gets out of dummy half.
Challenge for in the Bulldogs.
You can see the Bulldogs that haven't challenged
you.
him.
Knock on, Bulldogs challenging.
Bulldogs challenging, knock on. Harvey Norman replay comes up.
Well, I reckon that's half play to give you a breather.
Yeah.
See, that one, he's hit the ball there.
Jacob Little is playing at the arm and inadvertently strikes the ball. This is a knock-on from Canterbury.
Well, how does he know that? Can he read his mind?
But how does he play at the arm and he's hit the ball?
Challenge unsuccessful.
There's been some stinkers this weekend. There's a few last night too.
So Dogs 28, St George Illawarra 16, 8 to go. There's only one challenge remaining in the game. It's with the Dragons. Repeating the news, David Riccio, that Stephen Crichton is off the field. Just go through that for us again if you could.
Yeah, it's certainly the case. Stephen Crichton, the Bulldogs captain, he's sitting on the bench down here. He's sucking on an ice block. I dare say it's got some hydrolyte or something in it. It's certainly cramped, guys. There's no concern whatsoever that there's an injury there. He spoke to the trainers and declared that it's just really, really bad.
What flavour is it?
Tupanua has come into. It looks strawberry block. It looks like a strawberry colour.
Yeah. Well, we give those to the grandkids, the old super dupers. Ball played back to Little, and then it goes across to de Bellin. So just an update on this situation in the cyclone-affected area as Flanagan plays it back. I'll stay with the play just for this, and then it's Couchman. Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 16, 7.5 to go. It comes out to Flanagan, then Leilua gets a pass away to Val Holmes, who offloads to Gutherson. Gutherson steps back in field, gets it away to Little. Little offloads then to Lachlan Ilias, who straightens up. He straightens up. He's gone right through. Into the Westpac red zone. They bring him down. Quick play the ball. It's last. It's Little again. Oh, he harbour bridges one to Gutherson. It goes to Val Holmes. It goes to Tuapolotu, and he goes over. Oh, what a finish. What a finish we got on our hands. Josh Reynolds. The Dragons are coming back.
Oh, I don't know if I want to talk here. And he is absolutely going off. Tuapolotu. He's got that much money in his pockets. He's giving it to the whole crowd. What a try from the Dragons. Once again, DeBella nice and square. Luciano Leilua, nice offload to Holmes. Gutho just probes through the middle, gives it back to Roadrunner. Lachlan Ilias off his right foot, off his right. Oh, I thought he was going to go the whole way. I thought he might have got a penalty here, boys, but the Roadrunner again throws a long ball. And what about the class? Gutho, Baton, Holmes. What a try. Yeah, that is rugby league blocker.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times. How good was that to watch? And again, Gutherson involved along with Little, who's come onto the field late in the game and given him that little bit of spark. And just under, so calm, wasn't he? Straight away, he throws the ball Holmes on the outside, and our man goes in again.
9 in from touch. He has to kick this. Val Holmes has to kick this. 28-20. Pertec kick predictor, 79%. Here comes Val. Oh, he's missed it. And I would say goodbye, come back. Down to you on the sideline for Bob James. David Riccio.
He's had a tough night with the boot, hasn't he, Valentine Holmes? That's a couple of misses now for him. They'd be right back in this game, guys. 28 points to 20. You had the couple of conversions. It would be a thrilling finish. No surprise whatsoever. St George Illawarra go down the side that Stephen Crichton would be defending at, with Jamin Salmon now defending out at right centre. So 28 points to 26 remaining.
He was involved in that a couple of times, wasn't he, Gutherson? We already mentioned how many times he wants to get involved in the game. The tap on was a beauty. Out to Val Holmes, catch and pass. They're in again.
Now, 6 to go in this game, but he got up again to a Pilotu and done the old handing out the money to the crowd. I don't know that that's on when you're down by 28-20. To quote my late father, he's carrying on like a bit of a wanker, if I can be honest.
I thought you were going to say pork chop.
A pork chop even. Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 20. Just the update. 2 ADF trucks collided in crash near Lismore, police confirm. A number of ADF personnel have been injured. 2 ADF trucks were involved in a collision. Triangle Road, about 9 kilometres south of Lismore, just after 5 p.m. Multiple emergency services have responded, paramedics and police officers. So that's the result of the defence people doing their work in the flood zones. And we have a situation there with a collision with some defence vehicles. As I say that, Lachlan Ilias has knocked it on. And that, my friend, Blocker Roach will be the ball game.
Yeah, it just takes all the wind out of the sails there for the Dragons. I think you'll find Lockie, who was involved in that last try, might have been thinking about what he was going to do before he caught the ball. The Bulldogs in good field position again to finish this one off.
Is it fair to say Blocky had a little Bo Peep?
A little Bo Peep, yep.
And now Blake Wilson has it with inside the final 5 minutes. Boys back on deck tomorrow. I think it's Melbourne Para will be calling on the Triple M network. Dan's got that one. As King goes straight inside the Westpac red zone once again.
I guess you'll be calling that one too.
Played back to Marnie. I'm always on standby. Haywood gets the pass away to the Sex Bomb. Toby Sexton back in field to kick out. We got it away to Marnie. It went left side again. Matty Burton. He tried to scissor him open. He's pulled down 1 metre out. That's good defence, Dragons. 4 minutes left in the game. Tackle 3. Marnie to dummy half. Juggled it. Got it away to Sexton. Sexton to Satili Tupanua. And he's 6 metres out on tackle 4. We go inside the final 4 minutes. Can the Dogs hang on here? I think they can. Haywood and then King. He tries to swivel his way through. Last play. Right underneath the sticks on the last. And there's Marnie again. A long pass left side. Sexton. Left again Burton. Left again kick out. Knocks it on. Very uncharacteristic like. It will be a St George Illawarra ball with 3.5 to go. Triple M _ NRL. Mick Toke says, Blocker, how do you think Para will go this year?
Well, I'd like to have my best team on the park. Geez, how hard's that going to be for Jason Riles in his very first coaching against a side that's won, 21 or something in a row, first game of the season.
Yep.
No Moses. Good luck.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. Parramatta fans will stick solid though. 3 to go in this game. Played back there to Little, given it to Bellin. DeBellin got it to Ilias. Ilias Gutherson. Gutherson Sully into a bit of space. Got the pass away then on to Fionney, who's done nothing but chase down kicks all day. Gutherson on tackle 4. Back in field to Ilias. Get the ball away to Sewer. Sewer to Gutherson again. It's a hot potato for Sully. Sully, out the back it goes to Gutherson. Gutherson then knocked on there by Jaden Sewer. And that will be about all they wrote, Grubby.
I'm not sure what Lockie Ilias has seen there. 4th tackle, game on the line, and he goes back to the short side where there's probably 5 or 6 defenders in the space of 10 metres. And we speak about half-backs and stepping up in big moments. We spoke about Luai last night needing to do that for the Tigers, but you know, he'll go back, he'll learn from that. It might felt like the big play in the moment, but yeah, look, from a Bulldogs perspective, boys, a win's a win, but I know Ciro will go back this week and not be happy with these late tries that have been scored.
Well, you see, we don't like it when you call Cameron Ciraldo Ciro because me and Blocker call Ciro.
Sorry, mate.
There's only one Ciro.
Ciro's our hero.
Yeah.
He's the real one.
He's up there at Lennox in the Storms.
He is.
Hello, Ciro, if you're listening.
Champion.
He's always being spotted up there. People say, I saw Paul Sirenen.
Hard to miss. He's 6'5".
His brother's up there too, isn't he, Block?
Large man. Rodney, the builder up there. Great man.
Yeah, that's where you haven't built a duplex yet. Grubby up at Lennox.
There's a will, there's a way.
Give him time.
Yeah, they'll just say, who's this blow in? Here's Satili Tupanua with 2 to go. Marnie at dummy half. 28-20, the Dogs lead St George Illawarra. Salmon goes over the halfway line before he's tipped over by Stewart. There is 2 minutes left in this game. It will be a win for the Dogs. A first up win, barring a miracle now. I think really Val had to kick that last goal to make it, give them any chance. Connor Tracy, another solid performance from him. And 19 metres out on tackle number 5. Marnie goes short side. Burton and Tupanua. Change over. 90 seconds left at _NRL. Mary is back. Mary always asks, "Hi Maroon, what are the boys having for dinner?" What are you having for dinner, Grubby?
I'm going to have some beautiful pasta and a nice schnitzel. A nice combo.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to tell you where from because you'll probably follow me and message Sian like you always do.
Yeah.
You absolute creep.
Here we go now. Here's Gutherson. And it goes out to Tuapolotu. Tuapolotu's going to play it. Do you think you need the carbs, Grubby? That's my question.
The Huddish is gone.
The Huddish is gone. Now, what about you, Block? What are you having for dinner?
Savoury mince.
Oh, I love that.
You love that? I love mince on toast, but I'm not allowed to have the toast.
Here's Sully, and then it's knocked on. Oh, well, you don't want the carbs, Block.
No carbs, mate.
Just the savoury.
Cut them out.
Okay. 45 to go. Canterbury 28, St George Illawarra 20.
I've got a question.
Yeah, good.
Are you going to bring back the cat shirt this year?
The cat shirt. I was going to wear the cat shirt today.
What sort of cat?
Oh, mate, you don't want to see this shirt.
It's a cat. It's a Portuguese Persian, and it's smoking a cigarette.
It is Blocker.
How do they do that?
The worst shirt I've ever seen in my life. He wore it.
He wore it, yeah. What was it, Bad Shirt Tuesday?
No, it's a great shirt. This he only wears what he gets for free from the Dogs. And he's that far up himself. When he's at Belmore Oval standing in the middle of the field, he looks at himself on the big screen. You are chock-a-block inside yourself.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with having a peg.
And there's the full-time siren in the background. And the Dogs beat the St George Illawarra Dragons by 28 points to 20. And we're going to get some interviews out of this game down on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts. Great win for the Doggies coaching staff. Cameron Serraldo, Jace Taylor, an old mate of mine. He's been to more clubs than Slim Dusty. But he's always does a good job as an assistant coach, does Jason. Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 20. This is an expression I hate, Blocker, but I'm going to use it. I see some green shoots there for the Dragons.
Oh, certainly, just the way they come back. I mean, you know, they're getting beaten quite comfortably, 3 quarters through that game. I think Gutherson's going to be a great buy for them. You just see him, once they got themselves those couple of tries, he was everywhere, just bouncing around. And I reckon that rubs off on other players. So, you know, the Saints, a little bit rusty, a little bit cumbersome through the halves in that game of football, but you know, dominance from the Bulldogs, although the scoreline probably wouldn't read that, but I thought they were dominant.
Yeah, I thought the Dogs were solid for most of the game, Block, but as I said, Cam Serraldo will not like the late leaking of the tries, but for a first hit out, you'd be very, very happy with that. Tupadua, how good was he, Block? You mentioned it multiple times during the coverage. He's just a football player. No matter if he's on the edge or in the middle, he just knows where to be, and it's just nice to see the Dogs mixing up their attack, playing through the forwards, playing out the back, the halves taking control, and Matty Burton kicking to corners. It's a simple game sometimes, Block. All you have to do is wait for the other team to crack, and I felt the Dogs done that very well.
Well, the other thing too, Grubby, once you start ticking over the scoreboard, it's all about field position. Once you get in front quite comfortably, just try and hem the opposition in the corners, try and make them play. And we saw like a mini comeback there from the Dragons. I'll show you. The coach would be happy about that. But what he'd be saying is, what happened in the first 60 minutes? Don't worry about the comeback at the end of the game. I know how competitive he is, Flano.
Okay, boys, let's go down to the sideline. Our man David Riccio has got Dubbo's favourite son, Matty Burton.
He's having a chuckle about that, Maroon. Now, congratulations, Matty. You're off on the scoreboard for the first time this season. What did you make of it? Because it was built as a rivalry. We knew it was going to be a big game. Suburban ground, big crowd. But you're off the mark. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels good to just get one out of the way, first game. But we're a bit scrappy there, a few lessons that we can learn. But really happy with how we come into the game and how we executed. And we just stuck to the process and, did what we had to do. And we come away with the result there. So,
just want to ask you quickly before I throw up to the boys, the inclusion of Satili Tupanua, just all class and what he's brought to this footy team.
Yeah, he was outstanding tonight. You see what he does, his effort off the ball, the way he moves around, and his defence as well. He brings so much energy in defence, and you see him whacking blokes, and you just want to get on the back of it and gets the team up. So, yeah, he was outstanding. Both them boys, Dan and Satili on debut, they were outstanding for us. So,
up to you, boys.
Birdo, it's Grubbies here, mate. Not only are you Dubbo's finest, but you're Dubbo's best looking, brother. Good to see you have a big game last night, mate. We've seen that you peppered that right side with your kicking game. Was that a plan going into the game? Did you see a bit of a weakness in that for St. George, mate?
Yeah, we spoke about it a lot, Grubby, throughout the week. That was our game plan heading in. Just the more I could kick it into that right corner and go after it, the better we were going to be for it. So that's where we're at our best, and I thought we stuck to that tonight and got the result off the back of it.
Matt, I've got to mention, it's Blocker here, mate. I've got to mention Jacob Preston. Now, always hard coming your second year in. I thought he was outstanding last year, but gee, he was dominant there tonight. Your whole back row, when you see Tupanua off the bench, kick out, but also this bloke, Preston, what a player.
Yeah, he was outstanding. I think it just starts with his pre-season. He's had the best pre-season I think I've seen someone have, and he's just come out of nowhere and just blitzed at every training session. He wants to get better, and he's coming out here on the field and he just shows so much energy, and the way he's defending and carrying the ball, you can tell he's something special, and it's only the start for Presto, which is dangerous.
Mate, what about the coach? I mean, you were winning that game quite comfortably. Half-time, you go in 16-6. You get a couple of tries in the second half. A little bit of a mini comeback from the Dragons. They started to throw caution to the wind. What will he say about that when they come back like that in the last 20?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be too impressed with that, but I think he'll be really happy how we stuck with the process and didn't go away from what we wanted to do. So I think he'll be proud of that and the effort that the boys showed tonight. It's an easy fix, that first bit of the second half. So we'll look at that and we can only get better from it.
Good on you, Matty. Congratulations. Go and enjoy the win, mate. Cheers, on fellas. The sideline there. Thank for you. Bob Jane T-Marts. Just a Triple M Choice Hotel stats, book at choicehotels.com. You're talking about Satili Tupanua, a couple of tries and 147 run metres. So great effort off the bench for Satili Tupanua. Dave Riccio on the sideline is just chasing up another one or two interviews for us. But look, we expected the Doggies to win that game in a close tussle. Blocker said that score probably flatters the St. George Illawarra Dragons a little, and they didn't give up. That's a good thing to come out of it. And David Riccio just chasing down another interview. Let's go down to you, David, with Connor Tracy.
I thought he was outstanding today, boys. Connor Tracy joins me. Congratulations, you're off the mark for the year. How do you feel?
Yeah, good, mate. It's always good to get a win on the first game. Bit scrappy at the end there, but yeah, happy with the first 60.
How will Coach Cameron Serrato see that match? No doubt be pleased with the victory. He's a defence-orientated coach, Connor. How will he see it?
Yeah, like I said, we'll probably last 20 minutes we'll get lessons out of it, but it's all good. First round, you want that win, so lots of lessons we'll take from it, especially defensively, but overall, get the points.
Up to you, boys.
Hey, Connor, it's Blocker here, mate. Gee, it must be good running off blokes like Kickow and Preston and those sort of blokes. You got plenty of options there on both sides of the field. I noticed today that you were bobbing up, but those guys really make it quite comfortable for a fullback with plenty of speed.
Yeah, mate, it's unreal. I mean, we've got strike all across the board. Our centres are both world class, so yeah, I just do my job and try to pop up where I'm needed, but yeah, running off those boys is pretty cool.
Connor, it's Grubby here, mate. I thought you were amazing tonight. You caught everything on the full. You were absolutely harassing those halves of the Dragons with their kicking game. But, mate, for yourself personally, I asked you this question last week. You've been a utility most of your career, but I really think you've cemented this number one spot for the Bulldogs. Are you enjoying it, mate? And do you want to stay at the back for the Doggies?
Yeah, mate, I'm loving it. I mean, it was really cool over the preseason to get a full preseason in the same position. That obviously helps your game a lot. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, getting those reps, and like I said, just working with the boys around me. It's pretty fun.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations, Connor. Go and enjoy the win. Dogs 28, St. George Illawarra 20. And here is the play of the day.
The Triple M NRL play of the day.
At the play of the ball, it's Marnie, and then it's Sexton. Tupanua again, right under the post this time. Oh, Blocker. He's going to prove to be the buy of the year.
Oh, how good was that try there? Straight through the middle.
Every weekend, the footy just gets better.
Shut up!
Triple M rocks the NRL.
Oh, the entertainers are back.
Download the Listener app and take the footy with you wherever you go.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M. Incredible!
He puts the kick on.
Oh!
He gets there.
The Savo.
Melbourne Storm.
It's the Storm taking on the Ears.
Parramatta straight on the back of that.
Don't miss a minute. Thanks to Ream and Macca's, Triple M rocks football.
Sorry, sir. Tickets for the footy are officially sold out.
Again? Oh, no!
Let Bottlemart kickstart your footy season with a chance to watch footy all over the world when you buy 10 packs of Bundaberg Original UP Rum and Cola for $48.99, or a trip to Brisbane's Magic Round when you spend $20 on participating products like 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp for $58.99. You can expect more from Bottlemart. More deals, more range, more service. Enter online. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottlemart. It's more in store.
Frank from Midas here. If you've chosen fun size or something with a little bit more grunt, we've got ya. Small car service start from $199. Large car and SUV start from $249. Book yours today. Midas. You can rely on us. Conditions apply.
We all feel the pressure right now. It seems like there's less room to make mistakes, to take a hit. And that's especially so if you're selling your home. Whether you want to sell or have to sell, choosing the right agent has never felt more crucial. When you find an agent through localagentfinder.com.au, you can be sure you've got an agent who wants to get the best result possible for you. Compare and connect with the right agent at no cost. Search Local Agent Finder today.
Trust is crucial for any tradie. Trusting your tools to nail the job. Trusting your team to deliver top-notch work.
Hey, mate.
And of course, trusting your best mate to lend a paw. For insurance, IMAR has been trusted by tradies for over 35 years. We work hard finding you the right cover, chasing your claims and getting you back on the job fast. For tradies insurance you can trust, give IMAR a whistle on 13IMAR.
They're the tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
At Bunnings, we're a real warehouse, so you get the lowest prices. Stock comes in off the trucks, straight onto the shop floor, and out the door.
Omo 4.2 litre Pro Laundry Liquid, only $34.98. Gurney 3300 High Pressure Washer, $149. Scott's 25 litre Organic Lawn Soil, just $9.75. Where you find competitors' lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Conditions apply. See website for details. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
What really matters to you? Aussie house prices? Or the latest from the White House? All the footy action on the field? Or all the drama off it? Whatever it is, we're all over it. Because if it matters to you, it matters to news.com.au.
With 1 in 2 Sydney women experiencing street harassment in the past 12 months, it's time to make things clear. Calling out to her isn't a compliment. Invading her space isn't friendly. And staring at her isn't flattering. It's harassment. Street harassment has no grey area. To find out more, visit transport.newsouthwales.gov.au/street harassment. A message from the New South Wales Government.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Welcome back. It's full time. It's the Bulldogs 28, St George Illawarra 20. A couple of games to be played in this round. Obviously, we only had the 6 games because we had the 2 in Vegas last week. So just looking at that next game, which kicks off very shortly, that's Manly and the Cowboys. It's a funny thing, Block, with the Cowboys. Respectfully, no one's had anything good to say about them in the off-season.
Well, I think it's out of sight, out of mind, isn't it? There's no doubt about that they've got some wonderful attacking players. But as far as getting into the grind away from home, I very rarely see it. I don't see them play full 80 minutes of football. They might play some good ones at home, now and again, but I just don't see that ability to get into that grind and go hard. When you have a look at like the top, probably the top half dozen sides, that's probably one of the big advantages that they've got, that they can play for the full 80. And I don't know whether the Cowboys can, from what I've seen over the last couple of years.
And they take on Manly tonight. We know, Grubby, that they are a top-line side when they are at full strength. I would love to see them have a season with no injuries to those 1 or 2, 3 key players. Really show the NRL what they can do, Manly.
Yeah, you're right, Maroon. And look, it all comes down to Turbo, doesn't it? You know, I really loved Brooksy and Daly's combination last year. They were really, really good. I thought Brooksy complemented him. You know, it was always Daly and Turbo, Manly for many, many years. But Brooksy stood up, took the ball when was needed. But for me, when Turbo's playing block at fullback on the front foot, there's no harder guy to stop. There's absolutely no harder guy to stop. They got a good pack. Speaking about good back rowers, they've got great big.
Olakawatu.
He just belts people for a living. So
good for fun.
I'm expecting Manly to have a really good season, but the big question is, can they go toe to toe with Melbourne, Penrith, or the Broncos? But like Maroon, you just said, if they're at full strength, and Turbo gets plenty of games under his belt, I really think they can.
Yeah, they don't go right deep into the group that you need. Most sides need, a top 35 really.
Yeah.
When you have a look at it at the end of the day, I tell you, I reckon Jazz Tavanga will make a huge difference there. He'll come on and mate, he's tough and he's great around the middle. He's a great defender. I think he's the type of bloke that can lift them too if they need something defensively. But Manly, I think Manly are the best long-range try-scoring team in the competition. You watch how many tries that they score from over their own half. Or in their own half.
Just been absolutely wonderful having you here at Triple M, mate, and we'll get you back for sure.
I really enjoyed it. Good on you, boys.
Mate, it's been wonderful to get you here. Grubby, as always, my friend, it's great to work with you.
Thank you, mate.
We're going to leave you with the highlights. Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. Here are the highlights as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy. Full-time highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Marnie, Sexton, Burton, kick out. Montoya! Welcome back to the Dogs. Marcelo goes over in the corner. To the centre, Ilias now. Joseph. Then it goes to Flanagan, Gutherson, Valhart. Pilato over in the corner. Or did he drop it, Grubby? Knock on.
Oh, he's giving it.
Well, it's going to go up.
A little bit of a drop there, yep.
Dropped it easy.
Yeah. But Crichton's gone on report, a knee to the head to Tuapoloto as he put the ball down over the line. He dropped the ball. Referee says penalty try anyway. And the Doggies fans are booing and hissing and jeering. Right side Burton. Connor Tracy gets it away to his wing. And the ever-reliable Blake Wilson goes over in the corner out of nothing. And the Dogs hit the lead. Arnie is Burton. It's Kikau. He got it away to Tracy. He got it down. He gets it down. Great finish, Connor Tracy. Now, man, left side again. A little ball.
Great try.
Billy Tupanua. And Tupanua goes over block for a very simple Bulldogs try. Have to play the ball. It's Marnie. And then it's Sexton. Tupanua again, right under the post this time. Oh, Blucker. He's going to prove to be the buy of the year.
Oh, how good was that try there? Straight through the middle.
To Bellin, Flanagan, Gutherson, Holmes. Tuapoloto for the corner. And he slides over. Great try. Tuapoloto gets one for the Dragons. Quick tap's been taken by Jacob Little. And Little's gone right through. He's gone right through. He's at the 30. He steps around Connor Tracy. He's going to score. A runaway try from a quick tap. Quick play the ball. It's last. It's Little again. Oh, he harbour bridges one to Gutherson. It goes to Valheim. It goes to Tuapoloto. And he goes over. Oh, what a finish we got on our hands. And there's the full-time siren in the background. And the Dogs beat the St George Illawarra Dragons by 28 points to 20.
McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Triple M footy lives on Listener. Catch all our games, interviews, replays and more. That's LISTNR.